could be your hero, but I can't get out of bed. There's too much in my head. I could be more faithful, but I fail at that habit. So I run around instead. I wanna be good to myself, love hard to breathe more, drink less. I wanna be seen at my best, sleep more, be nice a lot less. All I need is 21 days and I'm fine. January 1, I'ma still need more time. Every single year, yeah, it never fails, I try. But maybe I don't ever wanna put down this life. I could be your best friend, but I can't pick up my phone. Let it ring cause no one's home. I'm always judging and degrading. I should stop all that, I'm sure, but I'm just too insecure. I wanna be good to myself, love hard to breathe more, drink less. I wanna be seen at my best, sleep more, be nice a lot less. All I need is 21 days and I'm fine. January 1, I'ma still need more time. Every single year, yeah, it never fails, I try. But maybe I don't ever wanna put down this life. All I need is 21 days and I'm fine. January 1, I'ma still need more time. Every single year, yeah, it never fails, I try. But maybe I don't ever wanna put down this life.
memorized in my heart. Hello there, hello there, hello there, YouTubes, Twitches, all that shit. It's the happy hour. You saw the pig intro, you know what's up. I'm Kevin Logan, the blushing Simpsons character. And joining me as ever, it's the Doctor of Love and Political Science. It's Dr. Kristi Winters.
That's me.
That is
excellent. Hey, Kevin. How you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm multitasking.
Well, you say that, Kristi, but what you're actually doing is making up for procrastination.
Correct. I didn't even bother monetizing the stream.
Well, there you go. By the way, if you can see that's not... People have commented, it's not snot. I burnt my upper lip with hot soup, so I put some salve on there. It looks like snot, but it isn't, I assure you.
And you're Devin Logan now?
Dylan Logan.
I'm
Dylan Logan.
I didn't get that far in the episode because I started running out of time because I had to do my Destiny homework. Because I'm really running late today. What's the Dylan? Is that what it was?
That's my name, Kristi. I don't know. I don't even know what needs to be explained. That is my name. That is what I've always been called. It's what my parents called me. Clearly.
Okay, so no, seriously, did you go to a show?
No, I didn't. But what I did do is watch someone else's show. Our good friend Infrared, he's become something of a staple in recent times because he's going to be a flash in the pan. He'll be gone soon. Anyway, not that I'm saying he should be gone, I'm just saying his tactics are incompatible with TOS. Anyway, he's a tanky piece of garbage. Shouts at people a lot. He came on my show, okay. I talked about him, I talked to him, normally, educated the fool on some weird shit like Joseph Stalin being a child rapist, X, Y, and Z. Soviet imperialism, etc. The following day, he went on with a person called Dylan Burns, who is a person who regular viewers will know of because I've raided into him on a couple of occasions on Twitch, and he's been on the show. We had a conversation, and he's a good chap in general. And they were on a third person's show or whatever, and then Dylan popped in, and they started talking about Sri Lanka and Chinese imperialism and the South China Sea. It was very boring, apart from the fact that well, it was boring in the sense that nothing actually got talked about. It was just Infrared going beast mode for an hour. It was amazing. Anyway, during which time this like I say, this happened.
So is your show the only time he hasn't gone beast mode?
Indeed, yes. I managed to. I'm like the dickhead whisperer. I know how to talk to these people. I can disarm many an anus. Yeah. So so that happened like the day after, and I didn't even know. So a few days passed, and someone said, "Oh, he mentions you in the thing." So I did and you should go and follow me, by the way, on Twitch, because I do the occasional late night let's watch a stupid thing and laugh at it thing only on Twitch. So you should go and follow me on Twitch. The link's below. Twitch.tv/KFLogan1875. It's pretty dope. And he mentions me in the stream, right? He says, I went on someone's show last night, and he said the chat, so referring to my chat, had taken his politeness for weakness. No, we took you for a fucking idiot and laughed at you. That's certainly true. That seemed to really annoy him. He went, I went on last night with Dylan Logan. Right, screaming it, right? Clearly having mixed up Dylan Burns, the person he was actually talking to at the time, and Kevin Logan, the person he'd been talking to the previous night.
Yeah.
So I'm both... I am the ultimate...
You're a man of many names.
Trinity. Fuck your Christianity nonsense. I'm the ultimate Trinity. I'm both Kevin, Kurt, and Dylan. 3 in 1. Indivisible. Okay?
Homoousis? Is that of one substance?
Yeah, fuck it. It sounds sciencey enough. That could be true. I don't know.
Well, it actually comes from theology, Christian theology in particular.
It's Christian science, Kristi.
Yeah, philosophy had a real dead zone during scholasticism.
Yeah, I was about to say it's called
really
the Middle
boring
Ages.
Bits. Yeah.
Or certainly in Europe it is.
Yes.
Before we get any further, there were some brown people who were doing some mad shit at the time.
Yeah, since we're still kind of at the top of the show, can we talk about what that you're going to be on my channel on Sunday?
Well, because it hasn't been confirmed to me, Kristi, because you were literally confirming it as I was introducing the show. So
Oh, I thought we kind of set it up, and I even told you what the title was
No,
going to
it's
be.
a joke. I'm saying you were literally setting it up
Okay.
as we were doing the show.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true. And I'm waiting for us to talk about it because I've got it copy and pasted in for the chat.
Well, we'll paste it into the chat, Kristi.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Release
now.
the hound,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah. So we're going to be joined by, I'll just say Laith at this point because that's been said on my Patreon hangouts, and we're going to do another racist white history month, racist white people history month or something like that.
To make
Yeah.
up for the fact that we're not doing one tonight because we are lazy.
Well, I mean, we did kind of do a double episode last week, if you think about it, because we talked about Dr. Seuss, then we talked about Ian Fleming and Agatha Christie, and your topic about the lost stolen generation as well. So that was actually 4. So I felt like we kind of did our quota for this week.
See, it's Christie's idea. She wanted to do the thing. And now
And we're doing one on Sunday.
Now she's being lazy about it. Typical. I'm the only one not lazy in this partnership.
Yes.
Outrageous.
And the topic is going to be Danzig. So
Not Danzy Sings Big. That's not like a
No,
J-Lo
no.
contraction of Danzy Sings Big. We're talking about Danzig, the city in Poland. Yes.
Yes. And some basic history will be provided to give everyone the necessary background because I don't know it.
Poland is a country in Central/Eastern Europe.
Yes. That's basically been invaded multiple times because it's in a really shitty, like its borders
Yeah.
are pretty shitty.
Yeah, it doesn't have any natural defences
Not
at all. There are no
no.
mountains. There's no river. There are some marshes, but I mean, you just go around them. It's not a problem. Look, it's not.
Yeah, like,
it's perfect.
at least
Look, if you were to design a country for invasion purposes, you'd design Poland.
yes. I mean, even the Dutch can just completely flood their entire country and fuck off.
True, but the good thing about the Dutch is you could literally drown the entirety of the Netherlands by just raising the sea level a couple of inches. So, little note for you there.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for that darker turn. From darker into darker.
Well,
Anyway.
haven't they reclaimed like 15% of their land mass or something from the sea? I believe.
Oh, I don't even know where these statistics would exist. No, that's not true. I have the internet. But no, these are not things I know about the Netherlands, just off the top of my head.
Well, okay, well,
Sorry.
I'm putting it out there. I'm not saying Kristi, the knower of all things. Please confirm.
No, I mean,
I'm saying this is a thing I've heard.
I can get you to a pretty decent Mexican restaurant in Amsterdam, downtown Amsterdam. I can give you that kind
Oh,
of
Kristi knows all the great
information.
fucking pot cafes in Amsterdam.
Well, not
yeah.
all of them.
Well, not all of. Yeah, but she's fucking trying. Okay, it's not for want of trying that she doesn't know them all.
It's like a very, very long pub crawl.
That you never remember any of.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, yeah. Tell us, we've got some internet drama for tonight.
We do. Well, not just internet drama, because it's kind of IRL drama too. It's
Yes.
when the internet and the
bled
IRL
over.
combine, and it's oh my, it's really shit. But anyway, it's a mixture of good and bad and interesting stuff. So we go over to take a look at a guy called Destiny, real name Stephen Bennell III, Ponzi name. Anyway, he is did some good work in Georgia during the runoffs earlier in the year, and has decided to be more active in terms of going with, generally progressive candidates, Democratic candidates in races around the country, right? In America, getting out there, getting his fans on the ground, knocking doors and phone banking and that kind of thing, right? And
Yes. Now, it has not always been uncontroversial.
no, not at all. Not at all, no.
We should say.
No, absolutely, because it's Destiny, and I'll just say the word N-word, and that gives you a fair indication that his injecting himself into a local political race could be a tad spicy, could mix things up a little bit.
Yes.
He decided to engage in the Democratic primaries for the mayor of Omaha, Nebraska. Now,
Yes.
you might be thinking to yourself, Kev, Don't be silly. Nebraska isn't real. It's a story that parents tell to their children to scare them. And that's true. But also not true. It is a real place, unfortunately. And Destiny is from there, which I think says a lot about both Destiny and Nebraska, frankly. And he's decided to insert himself in favour of a guy called Mark Gudgel, which again sounds like a fake name for a fake person from a fake place, but is a real person from a real place.
Right. Yes. Keep these things straight, people.
Yes, indeed. And we're going to take you through a couple of little clips of him talking to someone from Omaha, Nebraska about the controversy, and an article written by someone from one of the local things.
Well, I think also, should we talk a little bit about, he showed up there to do canvassing?
He did.
Did you mention that part? Right.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. This is what he does. He inserts himself into these places. Like I say, he went to Georgia during the runoffs there, the senatorial runoffs, the federal senatorial runoffs. And he gets people from both the local area who are his fans and people from out of state. And to be fair, he puts his own money into it. Like, he's committed to the bit. It's not a grift. Although he gets content out of it, but that's fine. That's, basically no matter what he's doing, he's going to be streaming it, right? And puts his own money into it to get people like hotel rooms and food and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was, yes. So it wasn't just like he was showing up as a private citizen. He was kind of like, bringing people to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no doubt, like, he's a bigger... Like, this is the thing you've got to bear in mind. Someone like Destiny can marshal a significant number of people. For especially, like, a local race. Like, Omaha, Nebraska is, like, the big city in Nebraska, which means it's a village. Like, no one lives in Nebraska, quite understandably.
Comparatively.
So, like, it's one of the only, like, major places there, and it's not major at all compared to any major city in America. So, if you can get 150 people to do door knocking for a weekend.
Oh my gosh, that's huge.
Massive.
That's huge. That's like presidential level stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's that. Yeah,
on a weekend, like right before. Yeah.
That could have a real, genuine sway on a local race, even on a senatorial race or a congressional race or whatever. So he can potentially be a huge asset. It's understandable why someone would maybe want to get that person involved, but like we say, he's a bit spicy. He's a spicy boy, the lad. He says appallingly bad things. There's the Rittenhouse let white rednecks shoot people bit. There's the N-word, R-word, the F slur for gay people or whatever. Like, he
comes with baggage.
Problematic individual.
He doesn't sort of just show up on your doorstep. He kind of shows up with a valet and like several racks of baggage that he brings everywhere with him. Yeah,
we're talking like a jumbo jet passenger baggage train type deal with Destiny. And so he's inserted himself in the race. We're going to go to some stuff that happened both prior and afterward, but just to sort of essentially give you the end of the story before the beginning, if that makes sense, just so everyone understands what's going on here. This statement was released by the official campaign. This is the Facebook page for Gudgel for Mayor. He says, this was released like 2-3 days ago now, I think. Friends and fellow residents of Omaha, Nebraska. So that's to about the 12 people who live there, I think. Recently, I was made aware of a deplorable statement made by Steve Bennell. The second. I said third. I've added one.
Oh, right. It's the second. So junior, basically.
Basically, yeah. That's the kind of weird Ponzi way of saying junior. Anyway, a.k.a. Destiny, inciting violence on the platform Twitch. On Tuesday, I issued a statement through my campaign condemning his words. Since that time, more and more of Mr. Bennell's reprehensible statements, all of which I condemn, have been brought to my attention.
It's like, no, not another one. Oh, yeah, exactly. Not another one.
I cannot get away with the violence bit. Maybe. But then once you add in racism and stuff, like, I mean, the two black people who live in Omaha, and there probably are about 2 fucking black people who live in Omaha. Yeah, probably not massively pro it. And, of course, this is, I mean, the fundamental point is, whilst I think it's probably good to not have weird racist shit and violent shit around the place, this is only going to affect, like, leftist candidates. Because the right they love that shit. They stand that kind of
Oh
shit.
yeah. There wouldn't be a problem with people who are running like under the Trump banner.
Yeah. The equivalent would be like, I don't even know. We in the Republican Party have been made aware of positive statements made about ethnic people by our candidate, and he's been dropped. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't work. Effective immediately, the Gudgel for Mayor campaign is severing all ties with the Omniliberal movement. That's what he called it, because he's a twat.
Yeah.
He's a fucking twat. OLM, which is like BLM, but shit. And founder Stephen Burnell.
Oh, by the way,
go on.
sorry, just because someone in the chat was like, I used the second, and I was like, I mean, no shade. I was just getting it straight in my head that he wasn't a third, he was a second, so like a junior. I was just thinking out loud. Sorry, no shade intended.
Whereas Kristi prefers an eighth. You know what I'm saying?
According to in the morning, just for breakfast.
Yeah.
Sean House in the chat declares Kool-Aid was invented in Nebraska. So for anyone from who's experienced Kool-Aid in America, blame Nebraska.
I was about to say, are you bragging about that, or?
But here's the thing: I'm sorry, but the powder you get in the United States is so much better than like the pellets they have here in Germany. Like I got on board with squash. It was basically like, moving from concentrated dry stuff to concentrated liquid. I could do that lateral move. But here it looks like little gerbil food. And
what the fuck are you talking about? Pellets of what?
I'm talking about flavoring. So Kool-Aid is like a water flavoring, like squash flavors your water.
Oh, so it's squash then? Okay.
No.
I thought it was its own actual beverage.
What was?
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid it's a name. It's a brand name for various powdered flavored drinks or powders that you can add to your drinks. So where you guys have a bottle of squash, they would just have like a packet of Kool-Aid.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
So yes, usually coloring, some acidic flavors, then you put in like a shit ton of sugar, like a cup of sugar to a gallon. It's ridiculous how we used to drink that shit.
What are you doing?
Yes,
anyway, someone sent me this meme, and that works.
Okay. Anyway, I got off on a Kool-Aid tangent, but the ones here in Germany, I just can't deal with. I just start drinking.
So,
water
Kristi, in terms of Germany, she's not taking the Kool-Aid.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So, I've got to embody Mark Gudgel now. Howdy, y'all, 'cause I'm from Nebraska. Yeehaw. That's what they sound like. Anyway, his statements do not reflect our campaign's values and priorities, and we no longer accept his support in any form. I don't know, they can't really stop him, though, can they?
Well, no, but they can definitely just make these really harsh declaratory statements and then never talk about him again.
Yeah, basically.
Like, this is the most, this is like a political John Doe letter. Or Dear John, sorry, not John. Dear John
Doe letter? Good Lord.
Yeah, Dear John Doe. I just made a leap.
Doe, a deer, a female deer. Sorry.
Pray a drop of golden sun.
Correct.
You started a bit high for me.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm the one that's high, definitely. I recognise that my initial decision to associate with Mr. Burnell was a mistake. Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
I was excited I was excited about the work of OLM. Jesus Christ. The Omniliberal movement. That doesn't make us sound like total wankers at all. No. Anyway, in Georgia, and the outcome of the Senate runoff election. And I failed to vet Mr. Burnell properly as a result. How? It's really, really, it's so easy. Just type in Destiny into YouTube and you will find lots of clips that should have clued you into this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really,
yeah.
You're not having to go do a deep dive into him, really.
No, I just put him in the Google machine.
Yeah.
That shit is going to pop up. Yeah. You could do that on your phone, like in between visiting places where you're giving speeches.
Indeed. And there aren't that many places in Omaha anyway, so where's he giving all these fucking speeches?
Mm-hmm.
Had I done so, I would not have accepted his aid to my campaign. For this failure, I am truly sorry. I hope that members of the community forgive my lack of judgment in this matter, and I sincerely apologise to anyone and everyone in Omaha who has been hurt by this. In solidarity, Mark Gudgel.
Imagine now you're running for mayor and you have to admit you made a terrible error of judgment.
Yeah. A John Deere letter. Burn. Anyway.
Because it's Nebraska.
Indeed. Well, that's a double burn. It's a burn on you, and it's a burn on Nebraska. That's quality.
By the way, can I do a bit of nerdy political scientist stuff for a bit?
If you wish.
Someone in the chat asked if door knocking has any impact, like a statistically significant impact on people's turnout. And I guess that was the question. If it was anything else, like convincing them to vote for a candidate, but I'm just going to take it as a turnout one. Because while I was doing research for my thesis, I looked at various, one of the things I looked into was experiments into voter turnout, where they had like local races and they knew what the turnout was like in previous years. And they had experimental wards where they did some like, hey, patriotism, go out, get out to vote, or hey, people fought and died for this right. It's really important that we do it. And the other thing that we know from campaigning is the least effective contact you have with a voter is when they see a flyer. The next most, or the next best is like hearing them on the radio, next on TV. And the best way for a candidate to actually secure someone's vote is to meet them in person. But you don't have enough time to have all that kind of personal interaction. So what we know from, and it makes sense, the more you kind of remind people the election is there, the fewer people are just going to kind of forget. And that makes less sense in like a national race, but for local races, you can see an effect. I think green, you can go look at voter turnout experiments, and I think the primary author on those articles is Green with an E at the end of his name.
Yeah, it's about awareness, isn't it? Like in Britain, there was a significant drop. You used to be able to put up signs on each lamppost saying like "vote for X candidate," type thing.
Yeah.
But because they kept leaving them around and it cost the council so much money to like clean up all this fucking detritus on every lamppost in the city, bear in mind, they stopped them from doing that anymore. And they found a significant drop-off in turnout in elections for the following, like, next 3 or 4 election cycles, on the basis that people, like, a lot of people only knew it was election time because the fucking lampposts had signs on them. So it's literally just about making people aware that there's even an election taking place.
Yep. Yeah. So just doing that will increase turnout. Just for people who meant to vote and then forgot, and then were like, oh, damn it, yesterday was election day, when they read the newspaper. Because
the thing is, we know about it and we enjoy all the chatting about it, but we're the weird fuckers in this one. We are really like not in the center of anything at all. Like, there's no motherfucker talking about destiny outside. Well, even in Omaha, Nebraska, they've already forgotten, I think. But you know.
Yeah, there's going to be some people who will talk about it for a day or two, but by next week it'll be over.
Yeah, look, it'll probably made the papers in Omaha because it's Omaha. What the fuck else is going on? Like.
Yeah. It's drama, man.
Yeah. They probably led the front fucking page with that story.
Yes,
that
for
and
days.
A scarecrow falls over. Like, there's nothing happening. Anyway.
Well, that and COVID.
Yeah,
because they were a Republican governor.
Well, yeah, but I think COVID should be more scared of Nebraska than the other way around, frankly. I'm so many good burns on Nebraska tonight. Fuck yes.
All right, so what are we going to watch here?
This is, don't distract me from offending the people of Nebraska, Kristi. I see through your tactics, woman. Anyway, this is, we'll get to, actually, which one do you want? Do you want to listen to his weird interactions with the people of Omaha, and then the article, or the other way around?
Sorry, I had to step away there for a second and grab a piece of pizza.
Oh god, you had to do that. Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just broadcasting or anything.
I didn't want people hearing my rumbling stomach on air, so.
Well, don't put the microphone to your stomach then. Would be my solution to that problem. Anyway, here's his interaction with one particular, one of the fine denizens of that great city and indeed great state of Omaha, Nebraska, and it goes weird. It goes to a weird place.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? On the internet? You think that's going to happen?
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Saying it goes weird, I forgot to unmute it. I'm a twat. Anyway.
It's fine.
Positive support for anybody else. It's like you only exist to like hurt or
No,
harm people.
I do, but I'm not going to talk about them.
because
So
it's
you
gonna
only
be
want
a
to
whole-
contribute
a whole
negativity
deal.
online. Yeah, you only want to contribute negativity. Do you think this might be like a bigger problem that we have with politics in the United
Honestly,
States?
I don't want our mayor to organize with someone who wants to advocate who wants to. I don't want my mayor to associate with someone who uses the N word openly.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? That's, I think, a
Yep.
fair point. Don't worry,
Yep.
it gets weird. Like, that's not
Okay.
the weird bit. That's perfectly
Alright.
normal. That's sort of the crux of the issue in many respects.
Okay.
Would you rather a mayor that associates with somebody like me, or would you rather another 4 years of Stothard who obsessively supports the police
No,
and the
I would,
expansion of
I would,
school?
I would absolutely vote for Gudgel over somebody.
Yeah, they're gonna mention names of people in Nebraska. Basically, the conservative dude who's in at the moment, because it's fucking Nebraska, obviously. Even their fucking cities are red.
Over someone like Stothard.
That's cool. So then why would you do something to damage Gudgel's
There's a
campaign?
whole fucking bunch of candidates. There's a whole fucking
Oh, they
bunch of
didn't. Biden picked up the precinct vote, or whatever it's called, didn't they?
The blue one, the second congressional?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
think he
I can
did, yeah.
check.
Yeah.
We can look that up.
So we got like the weird split vote in Nebraska because Nebraska went, how can we make ourselves relevant? We'll split our 3 into a 2 and a 1. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Biden, Nebraska.
I'll wait for Kristi to confirm.
It's really not that important.
It is. It's Nebraska's fucking congressional vote, Kristi. Come on.
It says, I see NBC News projects Biden will win Nebraska's second ... I think we can
Predicts?
safely say.
It's fucking March. Why
That's
are you
from-
predictions?
That's from election night.
But
Because,
Okay.
it's a projection because after that, nobody gave a fuck about Nebraska.
But you could get the electoral map up.
I just did Biden, Nebraska. We found the same information. You need to take a chill pill. Dylan. Devin. Whatever the fuck your name is.
2024.
Dustin.
Oh, they've already got 270 to win 2024 going. Fuck me. Oh, that's outrageous. Anyway, we're going to get to A, B, C. It's easy as... Yeah, there
I
you go.
already found. Yes, I told you already.
But I don't
It
want
was a-
predictions, woman. I want actual fucking...
Well, all the projections were right on election night. So it's
There it is.
So
look.
thank you for proving me right.
There you go, Nebraska. Oop,
Now I
hang on.
can say I told you so.
Yeah, Nebraska. Oh, you can change your colour. Ooh. It's alright. It's an interactive map. Let's turn California red. And let's turn
Yeah,
Oklahoma
because-
blue. Woo-hoo-hoo. Anyway.
What topsy-turvy world are we living in?
Exactly. Anyway. Destiny saying the N-word or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
candidates who don't fucking use the N word were white.
So then why not support some of those candidates positively instead of dedicating so much negative attention and time to another candidate? Really?
do,
But you won't talk about any of them.
So Destiny's just being a bitch here, complaining about people pointing out that he's done this in the past. Like, yeah, no, the only acceptable form of political argumentation is being positive about your candidate. You can't bring up my past. I can.
Outside of his circle, he's toxic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
He hasn't quite grasped that yet.
Because he doesn't live in the real world. And that's fine. Look, he literally, his world, or his job anyway, is online. But, like, he's been on the ground in Georgia. That must have been a sobering experience, mustn't it? He must have been like, oh, shit, real people are different to me.
Yeah, and also he got not the greatest reception. He had a fight with people down in Georgia, too. So...
Yeah. Well, because even the people who like wanted to vote for the Democratic candidates, a lot of those people were black. They probably weren't like enormously enamoured of like, oh yeah, I love saying the N-word in private. Probably not like they're not super down with that, I don't think.
Yeah, it's not going to improve your prospects.
No.
Yeah.
And
who are you hanging out with?
And the white people hate him because he's like a liberal from California. So.
Yeah.
Oh, he originally from Nebraska, but lives now in California. He's a tech
Just
bro
send-
from California. He's like kryptonite to those people.
Yeah, just if you want, just send people money and hope it doesn't come up in a newspaper article at this point. But don't take your camera
you can do,
places.
like,
Don't
weird
use your platform.
Dark super PAC bullshit, can't you? I think
Well,
maybe
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the best thing
anybody
for
in
it.
America
No.
can. Yeah.
I won't because it's fucking. You're gonna use it negatively against me.
How am I going to use it negatively against you?
Because you want a guy in the primary who's different than the fucking person who I want.
Yeah, but notice how I'm not obsessively shitting on
And
any other candidate.
your fans. It's me against you and your fans. It's me against you and your fans.
My fans aren't involved in this, and it's not even me against you.
We're not
verse each other in anything.
You fucking pay for their hotels. I've said that already.
My fans aren't going out to attack anybody. All we're doing is knocking on doors and making the people of Omaha aware of a certain candidate. That's all I want to do. I want people in my city to know that Mark is running for mayor. That's it.
You're so
Also, he says my city. He doesn't live there anymore. No, that's fine. That doesn't make it not your city anymore, but he's still going to be perceived as an outsider, telling them what to do, you know.
fucking disingenuous. It's like, it's insane.
Okay. Well, it's been a fun conversation. I would say.
Pull your dick out. Pull your dick out
What?
and say you're Hassan's baby boy.
Yeah, that went a place, didn't it?
What?
The guy says, pull your dick out and admit you're Hassan's baby boy.
What?
Now, not only is that weird kind of sexual harassment and all the rest of it, it's also obviously kind of meant to be demeaning because he and Hassan Piker, who's the other person he's referring to, have had like beef and stuff. But it gets even weirder because this guy who's just said that works at a school.
Oh,
and Destiny has reported this clip to his employers.
Yes. Now this is the trans. Is this a trans person?
I believe so. They go on. Well, there's a bit of screaming in a second about something.
Okay. Because I did hear the part in the conversation where they said, "Oh, I work at a school. I know them. I work at such and such school," and they went, "Oh, I just doxed myself." So maybe that's I don't know how many people work at a school and dox themselves. It seems a high probability that was I was listening to that section. So, What are we looking at with Imperial Russia? Is that the?
It's a donation I got from someone called Jay, $10, which is very generous. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
You can do likewise. You can give me a super chat at streamlabs.com/KFLogan1875. They say this J character, and it's just the letter J. It's very, very elusive character. You know, like smoke. You can't quite get it.
Well, they're basically they want to take on Q. You know. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, they want to vie in that market.
Why do they all go for the high Scrabble score letters?
Yeah. Well, hey.
Can I get some love for B? Anyway, long-time listener, have a beer or two on me, Kev. Also, as you are interested in history, perhaps check out my new podcast, Tales from Imperial Russia. And then the thingamajig, also available on all normal podcast providers. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll kick that in both of the chats, and I'll check it out myself at some point. I will happily shill niche podcasts for $10. Okay, that's just true.
There you know, you guys know now.
Anyway, yes,
that's the rate.
Yeah, so I'll check that out, and thank you for the donation. Anyway, so back to the dude asking another dude to take his cock out.
Yeah. Well, again, I'm not sure if this is a trans person or not. So someone's asking Destiny to get it out.
Okay. A person asking another person to take their genitals out and admit that they're Hassan Piker's
somebody else's
baby boy.
bitch or baby boy. Yeah.
Don't. When you work at a school, don't use words like "take your dick out" and say "baby boy." No, that's not a cool thing to do. What are you doing?
No. Yeah. This is the internet. It lives forever. If you're going to lose your cool, just walk away. Walk away.
Fuckery. Hang on, did the link actually work? 1 second. Oh yeah, no, it worked. Sorry, yeah. I thought .co. That's very strange. Anyway, yes, so weird shit.
Incoming. All right.
First of all, how do you even know that I have a penis? It's kind of a weird assumption.
Pull your dick out.
Right. Number one. So that's so you're already that's already like a little bit weird. Okay.
Baby boy.
Number two. Right. I don't know.
Pull your dick out.
I don't know why you wouldn't just have a more positive impact in your local political scene.
And say you're her son.
He's saying wave it around now. He's added. There
Is that
are
it?
more
Is that it?
commands now.
Yes, I thought that after it slipped out the first time, they would be like, no, I made a mistake. No, they doubled down.
Yeah.
They tripled down. They tripled down, and then they added a wave it around.
Yeah,
There was
exactly. Oh,
They sprinkle a little wave it around on top.
yeah. You don't.
They are
need that.
committed.
Exactly.
They are 100% committed to this bit.
Yeah, it's not. And to be honest, it's dying.
Yes.
You need fresh material, my friend. This has not worked.
Baby boy.
Rather than just contributing to like relentless negativity online. It seems really sad. And I'm like a little bit personally bothered by it because I see it happening like on a local level in my city where I kind of didn't think that stuff was necessarily this bad. I guess it's something that I'm just a little bit disappointed in. But
you're a little disappointed. Okay. Well, you're taking your fucking toxic ass fans and you're bringing them to my city.
My city, by the way. You don't have any more claim to
My
Omaha
city,
than I
by
do.
the way. My city, by the
any
way.
more
I want
claim.
your fans to fucking know that this
You
is
don't
my
have
fucking
any
city,
more
by the way.
claim. Listen,
my fucking
you're gonna
city.
be gone in
you
2
don't have,
years.
And you don't have any fucking more fucking... You don't have any fucking more claim to this city than I do.
2 things, okay? One,
you don't have a...
2 things, okay? Number 1, you're probably going to be gone when you graduate. And number 2,
you're probably gonna be
that
number
Mark
one,
guy,
number 2.
They did an infrared. Blah, 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 blah. Just walk away.
Internet political discourse
please.
is fun, isn't it? Fuck me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this was a productive conversation.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Bennell
Number
the second. Fucking hell.
Shut the fuck up.
the
little
Mark guy
bitch.
that you brought in,
Shut the
you
up.
realize
Shut
he's
the fuck
already
up.
accepted a job on the East Coast and he's going to be gone in a few months, right? He posted about this publicly. I don't know if he knew I knew that.
Who? What are you
The Mark
talking
guy
about?
that you brought in to argue me, that guy's gone in a few months. He's already accepted another job. He's about to move.
Okay, and I'm here, bitch.
Yeah, and for how long? Until after you
go.
graduate and then you're going to
Let's
leave?
fucking go.
Because I've got a son
And
that's
then
going to
I'm
live in
next.
Omaha for the next
No,
9
I'm
years
here.
at
I'm
least.
here.
So I have
I'm
way
here.
more
No,
commitment to the
staying
city
here,
than you
bitch.
do. So I don't know
I'm
why.
staying here, bitch, and I'm in the city. And this is my fucking city. And you're fucking in
Okay.
wherever the fuck you are. LA, East Coast, whatever the
All
fuck.
right.
You aren't here and you don't give a shit about us.
Okay.
And
Well, listen,
your fans
I hope
don't give
that
a shit about us.
I
You
hope
just
that
give a shit about fucking destiny.
I hope the relentless negativity continues to play well for you when you're ultra
Fuck
depressed,
you.
when you cry in the
Fuck
middle of
you.
the night,
Fuck you.
when you realize that you are a sad, pathetic person,
I'm
and
here,
all
bitch.
you can do
I'm here, bitch.
is
You aren't.
contribute
You aren't
negativity
here.
online.
You aren't here. You're
I hope that at some point you take a step back and you reevaluate your priorities in life and you realize that, hey, maybe if I contribute a little bit more positivity to the world will be a better place.
Wow.
Well, that was again another positive
That was a thing that
interaction
happened.
with the fine citizens of Omaha. Doesn't look good for either of the products of that fine city, but
No.
both Mr. Bennell and Mr./Miss/they get your cock out, which that's the internet's forever. That's not going anywhere. That's a classic little clip.
Oh, that was some classic internet drama right there.
Nonsense. So anyway,
Pure, straight up, uncut.
indeed, much like Pennell's penis, I imagine. Anyway, it's an American.
No, he's American.
Oh, he's American. Of course, he's
Americans.
American. Yeah, true, but he's Nebraska American. So, has circumcision as a technology reached Nebraska at this point? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It's kind of old.
Do they allow Jews
surgery.
in Nebraska? I'm not sure. I think there were probably bylaws. Let's be honest. Like they wouldn't hold up if they were challenged constitutionally, but they're still on the books. Anyway,
Are you having fun?
I am having a lot of fun because Nebraska's a strange place, and there aren't enough people to defend it. Look, if you attack New York, they'll come for you.
I have a question.
Go on then.
I see that 20 hours ago, Lace Agard donated £5 so that you would read out a poem. And I really, really want you to read it.
It's not really a poem as such. Well, firstly, we'll get up to the updated one. Thank you to Sharktooth0222 for following on Twitch. You can also follow on Twitch. Go and follow me
Yay.
on Twitch.
Welcome.
So, Lace, 2 for the price of 1, because I read it out at the time, but I'll read it again.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a fishy, fishy, fishy fish. I'm a fishy, fishy, fish, fish. I'm a fishy, fishy fish. I'm a fish. And I'm black-pilled, black, 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 black. I'm black-pilled, black, 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 black. I'm black-pilled, black, 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 black. And Antifa. Fuck the fashy, fashy, fash, fash. Fuck tea. It's like Wordsworth at its peak, isn't it? like Coleridge, I think.
That was thank you.
Anyway.
I just want to thank you for your interpretation of those words
I have
written in that
nothing
way.
if not one of the most committed performance poets of my generation.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, Destiny had that interaction amongst others. Very few of them were even positive. Most of which were very negative.
Go away.
Yeah, so even the progressives
Kind of-
of Omaha, not massively in favour of Mr. Bonnell II. So, yeah, then there was I mean, it was sort of a hit piece, but also what are you expecting? When you give the press stuff like, maybe white rednecks should shoot people up, you're not,
Yeah.
they don't have to spin it particularly negatively for you to make you look an absolute monster. So...
Yeah, and it's not like he did the 180-degree turnaround walk back on that. He's kind of tried to finesse it. Like, here's what I meant, and here was the context.
Oh yeah, no, this is one of the saltiest readings of an article I've ever seen. This was really,
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, so there was a back and forth. He explains the email back and forth between the author and himself, and then the author writes the article.
Can we see the original email chain? Well, this is it. The original email that she sent me was this, and then this is my response. That's the whole chain. It's just these two emails. So that was my response to that email. This is the article that she felt appropriate to
Hang on
write
one second.
after that.
Yeah.
Are you seeing that audio is being muted because of some proprietary thing? Is that on the video or is that on your screen? When you hit play.
Yeah, audio.
Omaha
portions
mayoral
of the
candidate
music
Mark
appears
Gudgel
in
is
the-
currently facing
Oh yeah, no,
questions
that's
regarding
because his parts of the video he has like a holding screen with music. So presume.
Okay.
Whereas this is still playing. It's coming through fine.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that notice wasn't for you.
No.
That's it. Okay.
That's
All
like at the
right.
start. He's got
Cool.
like that holding screen. I think he has it somewhere down here as
Okay.
well. There we go.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
his connection to Stephen Bonnell II, a popular Twitch streamer and liberal advocate who is under fire for inflammatory statements he's made regarding the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm not really under fire at the moment. These are older comments, but
they're older comments. It's fine. That happened in like
You're
August.
under fire now.
So
Yeah, you're under fire now because of them. In Omaha.
yeah. No way. The official Nebraska tourism slogan is "It's not for everyone." Fuck off. That can't be true.
Now you have to look it up.
Nebraska, it's not for everyone. Nebraska's new tourism slogan is Nebraska. Honestly, it's not for everyone. I mean, it's honest. Again, is this going back to it's not for Jews? Is that what they mean? I think so. It's not.
Just be honest. Yeah.
Honestly, it's not for everyone. Oh my god.
We don't want you here, and we're not afraid to say it.
It's not for everyone. So no, I don't think they're literally saying we're going to exclude you. I think they're just saying it's an acquired taste. Going down a
Or it's
river.
like, oh,
in a
look at our
metal-
beautiful rivers. It's not for everyone. Oh, it's like, oh, look at our beautiful nature that we stole.
Well, okay, but to be fair, what the fuck are the Nebraska Tourism Board going to do? We stole this land off natives. Like, no, what? Anyway. Yeah.
Well, it'd be a start.
Oh no. For 4 consecutive years, it's come in dead last on a list of states that tourists are interested in visiting. Who finishes behind fucking Vermont? Who finishes behind Vermont?
No, Nebraska.
Well, Nebraska, for 4 years running, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, that's a shame. I mean, but to be fair, I've been doing jokes, but it's sort of true. Like, what is there to go there for?
Unless you like camping or walking in the woods, which honestly you could do in a lot of other places. I think there's a lot of flat in Nebraska.
It's a lot of flat, a lot of corn. Hence corn,
Corn.
state.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, so I feel kind of bad for Nebraska now. I mean, I'm still going to do jokes, don't get me wrong. I don't feel that bad for them, but bad enough.
In a clip from one of Bonnell's Twitch streams that recently surfaced on social media, it's not recent, but okay. Stephen Bonnell...
Yes, Birmingham has a slogan. It's fuck off. just fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want you here. Don't get me wrong, it's not a racial thing. We don't want white people here either. You can all fuck
Just leave.
off.
Yeah.
And yet they still come, the fucking white people, invading the place. Ugh.
Destiny said, the rioting needs to fucking stop, and if that means like white redneck fucking militia dudes out there mowing down dipshit, she added this in brackets, Black Lives Matter protesters. I don't know why she felt like this was appropriate to add. I don't know if this counts, if this is an appropriate bracketed quote.
It is.
It
is.
It literally is. Because he said
Yeah,
rioters, but we know what that
Yes.
means, Destiny. We know what you meant by that.
Yeah, and also, like, seeing the word rioters, if you don't give the context of the BLM protests for the language that he chose to use, it could have been referring to anything. So it was specifically that issue that was being discussed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, if it was just some random riot that took place, people wouldn't be as bothered. But there's clearly a racial element to the story.
I mean, if they were talking about, like, oh, Berkeley, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah. Or
exactly.
something. Or Portland.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Birmingham's much like New York, but shit.
Feels a little bit crazy to me, but okay. Black Lives Matter protesters, if they think they can torch buildings at 10 p.m., then at this point, they have my fucking blessing, because holy shit, this shit needs to fucking stop. It needs to stop a long time ago. Here is what she took from my response to her. Responding to this clip, Bonnell said that he was frustrated that people misconstrued a 16-second cut from a larger conversation. This is the only part of my response that she includes in this entire article.
Oh, did you want her to print the entire fucking novel you wrote for her?
Yeah. Honestly, isn't this like the university newspaper too, when I tried to track it down?
What was it called again? Hang on.
Yeah, it's called like something like Gateway, but I went to their about page or something, and it said something about being a student-run newspaper.
Well, hang on. You sent me the link, didn't you? So we'll
I
investigate.
did. Yes.
We'll investigate. But I hadn't read the article. I heard Destiny read me the article and all his salty
right, you didn't have to.
interjections. So, yeah. Oh, come on now, Facebook.
Facebook is just, it's doing the Facebook version of spinning.
Yeah, that's so annoying. Oh, Kristi Winters, indeed.
Yes, that is me.
That is
Still.
you. I know you.
I'm good. Good. I'm glad.
Good.
Blah.
So this is Gateway Independent Student Newspaper.
Yes, independent student newspaper.
Home News Sport. The Gateway run the press.
Oh, that's the guy he's fucked over, right? Mark Gudgel?
Gudgel, yeah.
The Gudge?
The Gudge. The Gudge Meister General, yeah.
Yes.
There's another
Oh,
one.
look, they did a run. Aw.
Okay, but how do you... opinion? Entertainment? What about? Contact?
Oh, I think maybe it was in the home page. Or maybe not.
Me, Omaha mayoral
Oh, no,
candidate.
it was the Gateway Run the Press. That was one. It was on the very last one. That's what I looked at.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
when you scroll down, it says, third paragraph, as the University of Nebraska at Omaha's official student-run publication, we rely on the support of local businesses, blah, 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 blah. So
Yeah, okay, so that's
that's how I found
so
out who
it's
they
the
were.
University of Nebraska's student newspaper.
Yeah. That's what he's upset about.
Yeah.
A fucking campus newspaper.
Wow. I mean, he's making big news, people. Big news.
Yeah, when it bumps up to the local, like to the,
And the full
whatever big newspaper they have in Omaha, then you can complain.
The Omaha Bugle or something.
Yes.
Yeah, where Bonnell says optics are everything, implying that I don't actually care about these issues.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's that you claim optics is everything and then go around saying maybe they should shoot some BLM peeps.
Yeah. Also, if optics is everything, maybe think about the optics of when you tip up in town.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know.
He only added that he thought the rioting would give former President Trump a path to victory in the November election. His message about protesters did not change. In addition to the statement made in the full video, Bonnell said, then the white people are out there angry that their businesses are getting blown up, we're blowing away
I
protesters.
just realised I was laughing at his facial expressions. The people can't even see it.
Oh, no, they just see the article. Yeah, you got to scooch that.
There
You
you
got to
go.
scooch that to the left.
To the left, to the left.
Everybody can just be angry and mad. I don't even know what the point of this quote is.
Well, the quote is, hang on, I'll go full screen so I can read the bastard.
In
Then
addition to,
then-
you actually just go to the original. It might be easier.
it might
Go-
be easier, but I've made my choice. I've made my bed. We're lying in it. Then the white people are out there angry that their businesses are getting blown up. When they're blowing away protesters, then everyone can just be angry and mad. Well, I think it's suggesting that you're possibly a little more chaotic than a mayoral candidate would like.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing that you're possibly an inappropriate political actor.
The video was posted on August 31st, 2020, almost 3 months to the day after the death of James Scurlock amidst similar violence that Bonnell promoted. Mark Gudgell's campaign was not officially discussed in the local media until September 29, 2020, nearly a month after the statement was made. In response to the clip being discussed on social media, Bonnell said, I hope the people bringing this clip and its connection to Gudgell's campaign realize the real harm they are doing to democracy by discouraging political action with their attacks. However, in a feature Wired article on Bonnell, he seems to have a different idea about American democracy. I think that people in general are stupid and have actually lost my appreciation for democracy at this point.
Yeah, that's fair. If you say stuff like, I've lost my appreciation for democracy, that can be brought up. Now, that doesn't mean that he may have changed his mind again, but that's a quote you did say. They're not lying about you there.
Yeah, she's going out there and she's quoting you in other contexts. I mean, she didn't take it from your current email, but she is doing her background research.
Indeed. My friend who's running a campaign of weirdness in terms of changing their name every single time, their name is now, is James Lindsay good at math? No.
Nice.
No is the answer.
Nice.
With $1. Although that's a different name. Are you people running in concert now to fucking mess with my head? Because that was a different named person. Because for those who don't know, when you send a thing through, it tells me the name of your internet name, and then I get a notification, the official, like, they've sent you money, right? And it's the name of the actual account, your actual name, or the name you've set your account at. In theory, that could be a different name, but it isn't. And that was a different person to the other person who was donating under the names like Jair Bolsonaro is a socialist, which was a joke based on a thing. Is Jared Leto good at math?
Is that next?
Where are we? Oh, hang on. In the past they've had like weird names as well.
Nice.
I can't scroll back far enough. Anyway, but yeah, they've had weird names in the past. So, but anyway, they say he has a PhD in math, but boy, is he big-brained on other topics. I think you mean Destiny, don't you? That's cool. Does he have a PhD in math?
No idea.
Why is he? He's not,
I've never heard him say that.
say doctor before. Which, I mean, you don't have to be, but I don't know. Well,
This is nothing I've ever heard before.
get back to me if you've got,
If you got the deets
clarification.
or retraction.
Imagine like
But
digging
thank you for the donation and the mindfuckery of you and your friends working in tandem with your weird names.
through this
mess with
entire
you.
article, this entire profile on me that guy did from Wired, to dig out that one quote.
Yeah, they sourced a different article. Genuinely, this is just salty nonsense.
Yeah.
You're saying
Yeah,
they did
over
journalisms
campus
on
article.
me. Yeah, exactly. A student did journalisms on me. Okay, babe.
Oh, people in the chat are saying no, he doesn't have a PhD in math.
Who does then?
Don't know.
Someone in the world does. I know that.
Probably. I think that's a safe.
Other older videos and statements by Bunnell in the past have also come to light, including one where he uses the N word and the F slur. I don't know if we can listen to this anymore, but I'm pretty sure that in this I'm like describing that, like, you know, it's not appropriate to use these words, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is the video that they decide to choose to show me using the N word and the F slur.
But you've consistently used it. Like, it's not even an angry gamer moment. You've like defended the use of the N word in like private or whatever.
Yeah, he's just complaining about the clip they chose where he uses the N word, I guess. Is that the critique going on here?
Yeah, they showed me using the word that they said I used.
If you were saying it's an inappropriate word to use, you wouldn't use it while you were describing it as inappropriate?
Because you can say N word and F word and things like that. As indeed the person who uploaded this, whatever the name that is, Twitch Girl or something, did in the title. It says, Steve says hard R, N word, and F word.
Yep. Yeah.
So even in the fucking title, the person who clipped you and put you on YouTube here is better at this than you are. Genius.
Yes. And again, you know, a fulsome retraction and, you know, growing a little bit in terms of learning why people find this objectionable and reflecting on it for the common good is not thing he can fall back on here.
Indeed. Yes. Is Jacob Rees-Mogg good at math? Donates. And that's... well, we know who that is, don't we, Kristi? Kristi.
Yes.
But I'm going to have to pull you up because Mogg has 2 Gs. You fucking owned yourself. Anyway, they donate $1.38, an oddly specific number. Says,
you're a Poirot there.
I am. I saw straight through this nonsense. Might I interest you in taking part in an erotic film with exotic muscular men? I presume that's for me rather than Kristi. I will say no. I can't answer for Kristi.
Yes. So this is a new kink. Aside from Polish men, is Francis Urquhart still off making
still
proposals
doing that.
too?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. The other day I said something, and then he came back with, "But you're still holding out on Kazimierz, who's one of the names he uses for the random Polish man who he wants me to fuck. This weird Canadian." Yeah. Anyway. So
And the fact that you keep encouraging him is the funniest
because
part.
it's so funny. He's been doing seriously, right? The commitment to the bit is genuinely admirable. He's been doing this to me for about fucking 5 years now. I swear to God, popping up under different because he always gets banned because he posts weird shit on the Twitter. So he gets banned and then pops up again as someone else. And I always know it's him because he comes back with weird like photoshops of me and other Polish football fans together. Just like bro hugs and stuff. Not like gay porn or anything.
No,
but the intimation being that I'm going to fuck these Polish men as well. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Well, maybe there's, you know, if he wears you down long enough, you'll be like, you know what, I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to see what all the fuss
Just to
is
shut
about.
you up, I will suck one Polish cock. Okay? Just one.
That's Kevin's generous nature there.
Exactly.
Like, the Wired article also describes some other comments he made in the past, including telling like a sexual assault survivor, "I hope you get raped with a fucking shovel," which was a bad comment, of course. This is like 5 or 6 years ago, though.
Yeah, but again, right? Obviously, the quote there is you heard him.
Horrific.
Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, it was 5 or 6 years ago, and I don't know if he's apologised for it or if he's just saying it was 5 or 6 years ago. But let's assume, for argument's sake, he's apologised for it. That's fine, but it doesn't go away. Because there are rape survivors in Omaha, Nebraska, who will be thinking...
Just because...
Yeah, go on, sorry.
Yeah, just because you want to move on without dealing with it. Yeah. The thing is to say, yeah, and I apologize for that in this instance. You know, that is the only effective counter, is that I owned that mistake, and here is me owning it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And like I said, there will be rape and sexual assault survivors in Omaha who, you know, will be a little perturbed, let's say, by that. And when you add that to the N-word and the F-word and the R-word and all the rest of it, I can understand the people of Omaha saying, why is this guy who left and fucked off to LA now coming back with his weird, rapey, racist bullshit? Like, fuck off.
from the perspective of the candidate, you don't want your campaign to be talking about an internet personality and not you.
Can you think of a more, for a left-wing candidate, this is, I mean, the right have shown they've got absolutely no standards whatsoever. They elected Donald Trump, who was a rapist and a pedophile. But from a left-wing perspective, even a centrist perspective, can you imagine a worse PR move than having your candidate have to answer, what do you say to this guy who said, I hope you get by a shovel?
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine a candidate having to answer that question. There's no good answer to that question. Even the obvious answer is, that's disgusting, I disavow the guy, fuck him, right? That's still a shit answer, because you've still got your candidate on camera being filmed with that quote.
Yep.
Absolute political cyanide, just poison.
Yep. Yeah.
Let alone the morality of the thing itself, of course.
Yeah, I mean, look what happened to Carl in his race.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. He never escaped
the hardcore dirtbag vote, and that was it.
Yeah, he was literally one of the 3%ers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But like the only thing she did with this Wired article was just quote mine it for other damning shit.
Oh no!
With these statements, many
you've not made it
things you said
on social
things
media.
I said.
You've not made it difficult to find really fucked up shit that you've said, because you keep saying it.
Yeah.
Because you'll know there are other people online who've been around just as long who there aren't like a massive litany of them saying fucked up shit. Like slip-ups, true. That's, that over time slip-ups will happen. But like you seem to go out of your way to be like, well, I'm going to say the N-word today, fuck it.
Yeah, it's not like a slip-up. It's I'm going to talk about this.
Yeah.
In this way.
Indeed.
You have questioned Bonnell's connections to Gudgel's campaign. Bonnell currently lives in California, but his son still lives in Omaha. Bonnell is the founder of a group called the Omniliberalism Movement. As an Omaha native, Bonnell decided to support an Omaha candidate for mayor. In a statement posted, blah, 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 Gudgel also distanced himself. However, his statement did not make a clear break with Bonnell. Nonetheless, while Bonnell may not have been a paid staff member, he has been actively supporting and fundraising for Gudgel's campaign. Bonnell featured Gudgel on his Twitch stream to do a Q&A. He was a guest on Gudgel's podcast and raised money for the campaign via PayPal.
This guy really needs to vet people.
Yeah.
This was a very poor decision on his part.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like he was accepting Destiny's help because he turned up in town. But no, he let him platform him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. That's that puts pay to the nonsense of, well, I'm not officially connected to the campaign. You are. If he's been on your show, you've been on his show, you're connected to that point. You may not be a paid member of staff, true, but like you've actively made that connection. Both of you have.
Yes, you were a willing participant. It wasn't like he just showed up and wanted to offer his help. You saw it. You let him put you on his platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
twice.
Yeah, indeed. And not just that, but as we pointed out in the statement from Gudgel, it wouldn't have been difficult to vet to vet this dude and be like, nah, fuck this. So did he do any vetting? Because a quick Google search would have brought up enough.
Honestly, yeah. Clearly no vetting.
Yeah.
Zero vetting.
Which is not cool if you want to run for office. You've got to do at least some vetting. Otherwise you end up with Sarah Palin. Yeah,
you end up with this situation in your campaign where you're blindsided, with something coming out of your butt behind you that you had no idea you were even involved with. And now it's,
Calling to this pool was not money for Gudgel's campaign. This is money for me to run my volunteering stuff.
Which is the
this
campaign.
Might seem like a minor distinction, but it is incredibly important.
That's semantic at that point. It's not going to Gudgel, but it's still very much of Gudgel's campaign.
You're basically a bundler for him.
Yeah.
You're collecting money in one place so that he doesn't have to go out and find these people.
Yeah, like that's pretty Weasley. Like, well, technically, actually, it didn't go directly into his pockets, so that's totally different. No, it really isn't. No.
If it's going to be giving, like donations in kind and putting people up, and that's benefiting the campaign, that actually might be something you have to declare.
Yeah, you could be doing
as
something
an
illegal
in-kind contribution. Yeah.
We've promoted his canvassing link, or not canvassing. We promoted his website for people to donate if they want to, but I've never raised money in this manner. This money did not go to Mark. This is just completely and totally not true.
Where'd the money
Amelia
go then?
Rosser, owner of Shilly.
Well, to be fair,
Where-
I don't think he's doing anything nefarious. I don't know if it necessarily breaks election law, but I don't think he's like collecting the money and pocketing it himself. He's out.
Right,
I
but
think
if-
he's out of pocket in general in terms of these endeavors.
Well, if he's raising that money to offset his costs,
but I think it's only
and-
partly doing so. Is the point?
well, still, if he's collecting other people's money together and then using that money to make an in-kind contribution that the campaign benefits from a campaign finance point of view, I think that's money that's basically a donation to the campaign.
Yeah.
It can be in, other things, not just money. You can
Yeah,
donate
Yeah.
products or whatever.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
Food.
Like I'm not saying he hasn't broken election law because I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah,
in
we don't
terms
know.
of the morality of it, I don't think he's, it's not nefarious. I think that's above board. That makes sense.
Oh, well, I guess I think of campaign finance law as what is legal and what is illegal. And that's about it.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
come at it
absolutely.
from
Yeah,
a
but I'm-
campaign point of view. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
no.
come at it from like the campaigner's point of view.
Oh yeah, because you're a nerd. Yeah.
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 Well, and also I worked on campaigns, so we were really careful with donations.
Well,
and making
well,
sure we
all-
had the right paperwork.
All you've done there is narrow down the nerdiness. You haven't said anything different. Okay.
Town Market has publicly discussed her concerns as an engaged community member. I learned that Gudgel's campaign was being largely supported by a subreddit community organized by Destiny. She said, Mark's campaign accepting Destiny's endorsement of support is problematic. Rosser has also been met by volunteers in her workplace. On February 27th, an employee of Destiny, I don't have an, I guess the people you call him an employee, who made it very clear he wasn't a campaign staffer,
Well,
Oh,
came
what
into
do
my
you mean
shop.
by employee?
After a bit of
Yeah.
waiting, the man conversed with and pressured Rosser.
Are you paying the person to do things?
I mean, you could call them an independent contractor, but that is still a form of employment,
Yeah. That's
I would say. I mean, I'm not an expert at labor law, so.
no. When you
Can't say
you
for
put
sure.
yourself down there, Kristi. I think you are.
What are you doing, Kev?
Stuff. I'm trying to get the someone sent me a link for otters.
Oh, is that what you're doing? Okay.
I'm trying to get
All
some
right.
otters up in this shit.
Video. Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, you copy the link instead of using it as a hyperlink, and then you don't get it cut off.
Exactly. Yeah. Because YouTube, for some reason, have decided that that's the clever way of doing the thing,
Yeah.
which is really annoying. We'll look at otters in a minute.
This isn't all in HD.
about
is it?
Gudgel's campaign.
No?
Okay. I know we were having problems the other night. You got 2 videos running, so no worries.
That's
No
good.
worries.
That's good. I had several the other day. I had them lined up.
Oh,
So you can clip that and make it sound sexual.
Campaign and talking
everything you
points.
say sounds sexual,
Ross-
Kevin. Well, not everything.
No, not everything.
Almost.
Almost.
Rosser soon found out that this man and more volunteers were staying across the street from her business. He also came back the next day. It was unnerving as I felt I was being watched, she said. I did receive an email from Mark Gudgel. I replied with my experience and that I was not with any campaign. I told him that I did feel harassed. He has not responded to my concerns. Rosser said that this campaign strategy is not transparent and that accepting the endorsement of a problematic influence is unsettling for her. She also said she heard complaints about the volunteers aggressively knocking on doors.
Aggressively knocking on doors.
How does-
That is a little bit.
Yeah, how does one gently, like, just tap, 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 tap? Like, it's,
Yeah.
you kind of have to do so aggressively in order for the person inside the house to hear you and therefore
Yeah.
answer the fucking door.
Also, if you're doing it super aggressively, your knuckles aren't going to last that long. I'm sorry. You can't be.
I'm calling bullshit
aggressively
on
knocking.
on that little stanza, I think. Yeah. It's like the telephone. Like, the telephone has to be loud for you to hear it. Like, you don't want a phone that whispers at you. Really.
No.
It has to signify that a person wishes
Has
to...
to startle you
Yeah.
if you. Yes.
Exactly. In theory, you knock on a door so that potentially the person inside is awoken from sleep. Potentially. Now,
Because what you really want are cranky people opening the door.
well, no, but in theory, like
Yeah.
it might be something very important if you're a police officer.
You don't know
for
where they
instance.
are in the house.
Yeah, indeed. They could be in the back garden.
I've heard that they have been responding to those voting for the black women running that it isn't Mark's fault he's white, she said. Like making it sound like my canvassers are out here like playing this card is like such a weird. It's such a
But
weird.
But isn't that what he's bringing to town? Isn't that kind of the point?
Yeah, like the fact that your people are making racial comments is not like enormously surprising to me. D-Bone.
D-Bone?
Destiny is D-Bone.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
I'd not heard that one before.
Thank you to Sophia Christina Botha. Go and subscribe to Christina Botha forthwith. You can spam your links in the chat. S-Bone. See what I did? I've carried on the theme.
The bone theme.
Once knew a trans woman who got through off a plane in Omaha. That is either a terrible story of bigotry or an amazing story of what do you call it? Diving from a plane.
Yeah, I first thought, yes, I had to read that a couple times before I think I took the actual meaning of it.
Skydiving.
It was a little bit. Yeah, I don't think it was skydiving. I think it was on
that would be
the
dope.
runway.
Also, great place to do it because nice flat landing. So.
Yeah, you don't have to get worried about getting hung up, I think, in trees so much.
Exactly. Also, corn, probably safer to land on than concrete.
And people who jump out of planes with, are very, like, skydivers. I went paragliding. I don't think I could do skydiving, even in a tandem jump.
No, when I get on a plane, the only way I'm getting off that plane is when that plane lands.
Yes.
That's my take on it.
Yeah.
That's
it's
my
a
hot
personal
take of the day.
motto. Yes.
Exactly. Like, I'm either dying but crashing into the sea, again, when the plane lands, or landing on an airport and just being like, oh, cool. I'm glad I'm not dead.
No way I'm jumping out of a perfectly good plane.
No. If God had wanted us to fly, he would have given us wings. And God knows all things. That rhymed accidentally. I am Shakespeare.
You're doing bars.
Yeah.
You got bars going on out here.
Well, they call me the 21st century Billy Shakespeare.
Snow? Oh.
They call me the 21st century Snow. Because I am the informer, the skibbity bibbity bibbity what I'm saying. I lucky boom boom down. So.
Thing to say. Like, I don't believe this was in our talking points memo.
So how much longer are we going to watch him whine?
She says. Of the whole situation, Roxer said, I come at this as somebody who is...
There's only like this much of the article left.
Okay.
We'll just watch to the end of that and then bookmark it for about 8 hours, I reckon.
Yes, I have many bookmarks and I want to go first.
Yeah, go for it.
It's not part of any political campaigns during this election cycle, but instead is someone who smelled something fishy and found fish. And then there's an irrelevant quote from a protester who I don't know why this is included in here about shitting on Mark. And so just...
Oh, he's not even going to read that last bit. Okay, we're done then. So, yeah.
So
there's
drama.
someone knocking at my front door rather loudly at gone 8 p.m. So I need to do that, and
all right, you can go fetch the door.
Yes.
All right, go.
And
go
you
do that.
You can talk to the peeps.
Well, hey peeps, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna find out what this. Maybe somebody is doing political canvassing. Although that would be a very smart thing to do. Who would be knocking on their door at 8 o'clock? Given the mask stuff is still going on. Well, anyway, what are you guys talking about in the chat? I saw some stuff going on. A few people. Did I see Mike? I think I saw Mike in the chat. All the mods, of course. Hey, how you doing? And yes, the Sunday show is going to be historic. It is going to be dealing with the Nazi period. So if for whatever reason that isn't something you want to listen to, because and also early Nazi history is usually very depressing because they do pretty well to start. So, but it will be informative, and I'm really hoping that Kev will enjoy sort of history geeking out for probably about an hour. So yeah, you can go over to my channel. I created the event just before this show started, and now you can set it up to be reminded for it on Sunday at noon my time and whenever that is where you live. Kevin's just popping his earbuds back in. So
it was my next door neighbour, very conveniently timed. I wasn't being spotted. So
what was it about?
I could try and explain and you wouldn't understand because you don't live here.
Okay.
So it's, Sophia says, yes, subscribe to me, who just had quit streaming because I got triggered by dyslexia. Oh,
Oh,
that's a shame.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, Sophia and Christina both has gone on to hiatus. If she returns, I will inform everybody. It's a shame. I liked your streams for what they were worth. Or for what that's worth.
Yeah. Chill out in our chat and forget about stuff.
Exactly.
Ooh.
So
speaking of forgetting about stuff, were we going to go do bookmarks, or was there more? Because I forgot.
Well, there's
oh,
otters.
yeah, otters. We have to do the otters, otherwise they'll be screaming at us in the chat for the otters.
They're holding hands. Tiny little otter hands.
2 years.
Aww. High five. You're holding feet. Oh, look how chill those otters are.
Otters hold hands. That's nice.
Yeah, that's sweet. Aw,
Must be nice to be an otter.
indeed.
But not the whole time. Like, if I could try out being an otter and then be a human again, I think I'd do that. But I don't think I'd want it as a permanent state, you know.
So if someone offered you permanent otterhood,
I would have to turn them
you
down.
would turn that down?
I would.
Okay,
I
how
would
long
What
then?
about you?
Okay, so let's say you had to live as an otter for a year.
No, that's too long. I'm thinking like more like a day, maybe 6 hours in the sun.
A week? How much would it cost me? If I could offer you permanent otterhood for a week, how much would it cost? What's your price?
What? I don't even know what you want me to say here.
I want you
What?
to name your price. I can turn you into an
For-
otter, and you have to live as an otter for a week and survive the
week?
perils of otter life. How much?
Oh,
So I'm talking danger money, because you're going wild. I'm not putting you in a fucking sanctuary.
$70 gagillion?
That's-
I'd die. I would die. I would try to cross the road, and I would end up
I'll give you time to
roadkill.
research into the ways of the otter. You can train to be an otter.
All right, you gave me $1 million. I would live for an otter as a week, but I would probably set up like a little otter sanctuary for myself with like snacks I'd like
Oh, I see what you've
and
done
blankets
there.
and stuff.
Well, you
Yeah,
say
and then I go
snacks you
hide in
like.
there.
You've got the taste of an otter.
Well, I would have a lot of different things that could potentially taste good. I don't know what otters eat, but Doritos are all animals like Doritos. And it won't matter how much Doritos I eat because, if I get really overweight as an otter, because I will only be an otter for a week.
Yeah, but think about because we're going to be transferring black brains, so there's going to be an otter in your brain for a week, and you're going to give
No,
an
no, no, no,
obese
no. We
otter
just-
body back
No.
to this poor otter.
I've basically gotten a head start on like hibernation.
The staple diet of our native otter in the wild is fish, with eels being particularly favoured in summer, frogs, small birds,
I
and
hate
eggs.
seafood.
You can go small birds, eggs.
No, I would just go and lay out like 15 bags of Doritos
So you'd just be
That I
a
would
grossly
open.
obese otter.
and bottled water in a like hamster drip,
Bottled water.
like a gallon, like one of those office bottles that you have.
So you're going to be a really inconspicuous otter then, with your field of Doritos and massive hamster bottle. Fucking
I'll
hell.
confuse the humans to try to approach me by doing the Macarena.
Oh, an otter doing the Macarena would be amazing.
And that'd go viral. Yeah.
That would go viral.
And then no one would leave me alone. And then it would all be ruined.
would
but I
ruin-
only
it
have
would
like
ruin
2
your
more
life.
days.
The otter
Yeah,
experience.
but maybe someone would take me into like a house and then give me healthier food.
Well, you've already got $1 million. You don't need the fame. That was your choice. You decided to be a
This is
celebrity
so
otter.
Ridiculous. This is so ridiculous.
Anyway,
All right.
bookmarks.
You gonna share my bookmarks?
Oh, hang on. I need to unshare, don't I? So you can share.
I've got bookmarks from the 2nd of March.
Oh, God. Anyway, I need to go full screen, don't I? There we go.
I may end up skipping over some because I did try to weed out some things that were
Oh, wow.
no
the Doctor,
longer.
that was from fucking million years ago.
Did we? Yeah, I know. Did we watch this?
I've watched this. I don't know if we
I-
as in the show, have watched this.
Okay, well, this is from Peter Smythe, tagged us into this, and it's a duck train. I think I can make. No, I'm worried about making this bigger. No, that was a mistake. But yeah, they're just going along in the crack between the puddles. That's very nice. Okay, what's next? Oh, right, yes. The
Unconvincing
Goya
dye
Foods,
job is unconvincing.
yeah, the Goya Foods CEO declared former President Trump is still the actual president of the United States.
Well, I was about to check. Can we check, please, Kristi? Because Q told me that Donald Trump was going to be president yesterday, right? He's going to be inaugurated. So can we check?
Can I just ask? Can I ask my echo?
No, I want to do. Let's put it on screen, please. Who's the president of the United States? Just put U.S. president, you lazy fuck.
Who is
Jesus.
the president of America? No, the United States. That's better. Oh, it's still Joe Biden.
What? But we trusted the
yeah.
plan. We trusted the plan so hard, Kristi.
And yet. Yeah, if only
Q.
Christians would learn from Q their failures.
Do you think Q might be a lot of old shit?
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think
thinking,
maybe Q's an idiot.
Yeah.
Just a liar,
Well,
just making shit up.
Okay, looks like I can actually scooch this to the left too. All right, what's this one? Oh, yes.
Oh.
Dogs are so amazing and can detect things like diseases in humans, also dogs.
Oh. So stupid. I love it.
It's trying to get you his food bowl or a toy or something.
I think it's the toy itself. Just look.
Yeah, the toy.
Does he want that? Oh, for fuck's sake, dog. Oh, so close. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, beautiful.
All right, yeah, Ted Cruz saying the Democrats have abandoned the working class.
Oh,
yeah, right,
well,
Ted.
yeah, thanks to the senator for Cancun, yes.
Yes. All right. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to go into this because it's disgusting homophobia. But, yeah, from Wild Girders, it's cool when conservatives post messages about how tolerant their movement is, and it's immediately undermined by the replies from their followers.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, no, that's absolutely, yeah. They've been discussing whether gay people were okay.
Hey, remember that church where Trump had the military intervention in order for him to get a photo op?
I do. It was a low point in American democracy.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're finally now taking the fencing down around that church. Now.
Good.
Now, yeah. Lindsey Graham. I like President Trump. He's been very nice to me. Like, fuck off, Lindsey.
Yeah.
Just fuck off.
Well, that's true, because apparently he's addicted to the taste of boot leather. So Trump has been very nice to him in that regard, and it's true.
The next tweet is for you to read out, Kev.
Did the person who invented the phrase one-hit wonder invent any other popular phrases? That is a fucking good question.
Yeah.
That is a solid question. Well done, my friend.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. This actually happened in the Supreme Court of the United States. Justice Kagan, quote, "A state with 2 weeks of early voting gets rid of Sunday voting. Black voters vote on Sundays 10 times as often as white voters. Is that lawful?" GOP lawyer Michael Carvin, "Yes, that's lawful." And when they go on to ask them about it, it was like, well, otherwise we're at an electoral disadvantage. That's you're targeting black people because of who they vote for.
Yep.
That's not legal.
No,
in
it's
no
not
world
legal.
should that be legal in a democracy.
Huh.
Just super cute.
Oh. Oh.
I used to sleep with a pillow on my head, mostly because it was in Wisconsin. It was really cold at night.
Well, again, move.
Now I just put a hood up.
Well, technically you did
My
move.
sleepwear has hoods. Yeah, I did. The quoting is right. He does have a whole catalog of opinions on Trump. However, they prove the exact point. Did you do this one too already?
I don't think so.
Basically, you clearly don't watch my content. You're here to just strawman me with typical bullshit to own Trump.
Bummer. Nice. That's classy.
Yeah,
classy
I almost
moves.
never talked about Obama or voted for the guy twice. I have a whole catalog of my opinions on Trump. So you clearly haven't watched them. And then,
Was he old enough to have voted for Obama the first time?
I don't know. That requires me to do math. And then there's just like all kinds of him, like being pro-Trump.
Oh, yeah.
So,
He's just been enormously up Trump's arse. He's just a liar.
Yes, absolutely. This I'm happy to see. I don't know where it's going to go in the Senate.
Clobes.
What?
Clobes.
Yes, Klobuchar. Right. All I heard was lobes. Got confused.
The K-Dog. Yeah.
Yes. There's a loophole in the laws that cover who gets their guns taken away from them because they've been convicted of a violent crime. And like people who do domestic abuse and stalkers, I don't think fall under that. And so, well, actually, we could just look at the article. Yep. Dem lawmakers are renewing their push for a bill that would prevent convicted stalkers and abusers from buying or owning guns, closing the so-called boyfriend loophole that leaves many victims of domestic abuse vulnerable to further violence from current or former partners. It's ridiculous to me that with the fact that having a gun in a domestic violent situation is so much more likely to end up with somebody dead, that those things would not be included. It's just, so yeah, it's really good that they're trying to address that.
Good.
Yeah. This I thought was great. You want to do this one, Kevin?
Yeah. Oh, so now we're going to cancel slavery. Your clancestors, circa 1865. Basically, yeah.
This was when it was like Texas Independence Day. People were, I guess it was on March 2nd, there was Texas Independence Day, and people were like, celebrating it. And part of the reason they celebrated it was like to help with slavery.
Yeah.
And so it's like, so now we're going to cancel slavery. Yeah. Okay, we're going to skip that. The GOP are doing horrific kind of, post-Reconstruction Jim Crow laws, things going on. What else have I got? Oh, right. You remember when we did the Dr. Seuss controversy?
Yes.
Ben Shapiro went out to like buy all the Dr. Seuss volumes for his kids.
Yeah, good. Awesome.
And
okay.
TMM,
I'm glad your children are reading. Good.
Yeah, TMM says, I'm going to show my children as many racist characters as I can while I still have the chance. Exactly.
But note, we'll get to it as well in mine. I've got I can't remember who it was. Dinesh D'Souza, possibly. Thing about this, and it's like they've totally forgotten that Get Woke Go Broke doesn't work. Like, because they got woke, and now they've got
that too.
8 of the
Dinesh.
top 10 New York bestsellers right now because everyone went out and bought them. And again, but none of the racist ones. They were buying the not racist ones. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I thought you'd like this chart, Kevin.
It looks like a dong.
Yeah. So you want to read out this? Do the underrated benefits.
Underrated benefits of J&J vaccine on severe illness.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The top one.
Oh, okay.
My wrong. My bad.
If I hear one more eggplant Johnson 3 joke about my accidental Johnson & Johnson graph, I might share it again so people learn more about how the great vaccine is. Okay, yeah.
But still.
But
it
does look like a dong, so. I mean,
a
bit of a weird dong, but science dong.
Yeah.
You can't argue with science, Dick.
Right, yeah. On March 2nd, Congress approved a bill to prohibit the importation of slaves into the United States, but of course, not slavery itself, because they were just kidnapping children to keep that going.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Just, why import them when you can just breed them like cattle?
Just don't treat them at all like human beings.
Yeah.
Oh, did you talk about this? YouTube suspended Rudy Giuliani for the second time in 2 months after he lied again in videos about the presidential election.
Oh, God, Rudy. Oh. I just, like, the Rudy arc is so funny.
Oh,
it's so funny and sad.
It's like a Shakespearean tragedy.
I
mean, I haven't actually made it all the way through King Lear, but doesn't he end up like miserable and just like off in his own little world?
He does, and he gives a speech at the end where his hair dye starts running as well. So,
is that outside of Four Seasons landscape? Total landscaping?
Ye olde Four Seasons landscape, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We watched this, right?
Yes, we watched this. I wish I never read that motherfucker my goddamn lifetime.
Yep. I noted this because it kind of managed to slip through a lot of the other news that I've been tracking. But yeah, we'll basically watch this space. The Minnesota Court of Appeals is deciding whether to reinstate a third-degree murder charge against Derek Chauvin, former Minneapolis officer set to go on trial next week in the death of George Floyd.
Cool.
So we'll see what the Court of Appeals says. But if they reinstate them, I think that's the right decision. Right, just someone basically making a valid point. If you really care about women in sports, and the conversation you would be having is about the serious problem with coaches preying on young girls. Stop using fake concern about women to move your bigoted agenda. Young women in sports are in harm's way by the male coaches.
Indeed.
This is actually from Mike. Like, this is how you deal with a defaced political placard.
Nice.
That's Die Linke is the left. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's when you want one of the characters from Zelda to not be alive anymore. Die Link.
Okay.
I am clever.
Gamer joke. What's this? Doesn't really matter. Oh, this I thought was funny.
Lou Reed. Oh, bless. And this was just love the doors. Oh, nice. Yeah. That's a double joke. Love it.
Yeah, very good. Very good stuff. Oh, yeah. Secret Service released docs showing Trump's first trip to Bedminster as president in 2017. First trip, 4 days. The Trump org charged the Secret Service $5,300 and change for a cottage near Trump. And then it just goes on.
Yeah. It's the so obscene corrupt. Amount of money, yeah.
Yes, obscenely corrupt. Right, this group of female students at Iowa University are developing a technology to counter the issue of deepfakes, including deepfake porn, of which women are the biggest victims, by detecting whether a video is deepfaked or not. So, thank you for that work.
Awesome, yeah. That's going to be really important going forward.
Yes, it really is. Oh, this point I thought was really well made. If you want to read it out, Kevin.
As a small business owner, I pay more in federal income tax than Amazon, which is worth $1.6 trillion dollars more than my business. So what would really help small business owners like me compete with big corporations? Tax them. True. I was discussing this the other day about how a lot of that's not necessarily a universally held small business owner thing, because a lot of them consider themselves to be like temporarily embarrassed Elon Musks.
Yeah.
Which they're not. You're never going to be that rich. So, and it would help you compete because, Amazon can fuck you to pieces because it has enough money to basically buy you out. Just destroy you.
Yeah, which you should be opposed to if you're pro-capitalism, right? Because it's about competition, right?
Yep.
Another incredibly popular idea when you ask people in polls, background checks to keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people.
Yep.
So Nadler alongside Representative Thompson.
The Nads. What's he up to?
Yeah, he's introducing the background checks bill.
Good lad.
Into the House. So, yeah, good stuff. This guy says conservative Christians must press states to tighten their voter laws in order to, quote, prepare the way, unquote, for Trump's return, just as John the Baptist prepared the way for Jesus. Because, John the Baptist was all about voter suppression.
He was, yeah. Absolutely. Well, what is baptizing him in the River Jordan, if not an allegory for stopping black people from voting?
That's immediately what leapt to my mind.
Read between the lines, sheeple.
Yes. What's this? Oh, yeah, we're talking about this stuff from the attack. Oh, this is a Dr. Seuss thing. Oh, yeah. Donors gave this House candidate more than $8 million, and a single firm got like half the money.
What?
Yeah. I know it's going to cut off, but I'll go through this. All right. We raised close to...
Well, first off, that's an amazing name. I do love an African-sounding name. Kwesi Mafumi.
Oh, I don't know where you're looking. Oh, here.
Yeah.
Representative. Oh, yeah.
Obviously, she's the Democrat. There's no fucking way in this world the Republicans elect someone called Kwesi Mafumi.
Yes. So, right, the company that produced, like, basically it's like a scam of how they raise money for them and then they drain all their money away by charging them. So yeah, in the end of the campaign, she'd raise a staggering $8.3 million and pay nearly $3.7 of it to Olympic media.
But that's Klachich or whatever the fuck you pronounce it, not the awesome named person. That was just a name I saw in the article.
Yes. Her name is Classic, maybe?
Klachich.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And she's like, yeah, these companies, it's a racket. So this is another problem of why campaigns end up being so expensive. Mm-hmm. But in this case, this is also, I think, a bigger problem with Republicans. It's in Republican House races. Yeah. So anyway, this is a problem. Part of the problem. By the way, you saw that Scott Baio was trending. I did pick up why that happened.
Is it because he's produced the first good take in his adult life?
No, he tried to take on Patton Oswalt.
Oh, so no then. Okay.
No. No. Yeah, Biden condemning
just want to point out, Patton Oswalt once retweeted me, so I've got friends in high places. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Yeah, this guy bragged he dressed up as Antifa and fought police. Quote, "I'll look just like Antifa. I'll get away with anything," unquote. He boasted in a text message group chat.
Enjoy jail, you fucking idiot. Bye. Can we get some
Laughing
F's in
as
chat
Antifa.
for this man's freedom, please?
Oh, the Hubble Ultra Deep Field, which basically looks like a Star Trek intro, but with more factual things on it. But it was kind of cool.
That is cool.
U.S. militia groups draws members from the military and police. Look at that.
That's
white supremacy and racism.
shocking.
Mm-hmm.
I am surprised by this turn of events, Kristi.
Yes, just talking about one of the things Biden is going to introduce is like a tax credit that's sort of a form of basic income for kids.
Yeah.
Like so much a month or whatever, but I don't know all the details.
Fucking Michael Moore, the dickhead.
Oh yeah, Michael Moore was he and Keith Olbermann.
Well, I don't know. Did I do it with you or someone else? I focused on the Olbermann thing and said no.
Yeah, I was on the show with you for that. Yeah.
So yeah, we covered that. Why do the people of Texas need to suffer? Because Abbott's a prick.
Yes, exactly.
Stop.
Again, it's that sort of 90s edgelord stuff still, but yeah, basically Keith Olbermann and Moore are in the same. Made the same terrible error. This is about, because people were talking about the Dems and voter stuff, like HR1 is their first bill. Shifty shift. Yeah, HR1 is the voting bill, so they passed that. Oh, hey, remember Trump's doctor?
I do.
I think that's who this guy was? Yeah, well, Representative, yes, as the top physician. So yeah, Texas Representative Ronnie Jackson engaged in, quote, inappropriate conduct, unquote, while serving as the top White House physician. Pentagon Inspector General report obtained by NBC shows. So it looks like he drank while on duty and harassed the staff.
What a surprise. I would imagine the Trump White House would have higher standards than that.
Yeah, it's a video. So that guy, piece of shit.
Indeed.
Kelly Loeffler. Did you talk about this on your show?
I haven't, but it's a very funny story. She owned was it Atlanta Dream WNBA basketball team, and she not only lost it, but one of the co-owners is now one of the players that she was beefing with, which is quite funny.
Yeah. Forget it. I can't be bothered with all these pop-ups. But yeah, talk about if Dinesh D'Souza wants to talk about karma.
Yeah, Kelly Loeffler's just a basic fuck up.
Oh, Esper in the chat saying Oberman apologized. I think better of him for his apology, and I hope I'll never see it from him again. And that will mean he actually was properly sorry and has grown.
Exactly, yes. A moment of peak. One can come up with a bad take. It's learning one's lessons that counts.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Fucking Republicans. The House passed the George Floyd Justice Policing, and one Republican supported it, and the guy who supported it said he voted for it by mistake.
Oh, well done. So you're not only a racist, but you're an incompetent racist. Well done.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Fucking Republicans.
Golf clap for that, lad.
I think this is kind of funny. Go ahead.
I'm so freaking bored. I think I'll go knock on a Jehovah's Witness's door and tell them to talk about the power of talk to them about the power of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Good. Still one of my favourite pieces of nonsense ever. I saw it was a comedian's stand-up comedian skit about I can't remember. Was it not Mary Shelley, the romantic poet, who was accused of preaching atheism. And they did this little skit about how do you preach atheism exactly? Do you knock on believers' doors on Sunday morning, and when they answer, you say, "Have you heard the bad news?" Which I thought was quite nice.
Yes. What's this? Oh, I think Nancy Pelosi. This was just some Dems tweeting out when the bill passed. Senior Dems, including Wyden and Sanders, pulling plug on a Plan B to tax megacorporations as a backdoor to minimum wage. We'll seek other ways to pass $15 an hour. So that's an update on that situation. This is just a terrible picture of Trump.
Fucking crikey. Like, you think his hair can't get worse, and it does.
Oh, yeah, that it does. Oh, this is also in campaign finance news. This week, the campaign committee for Jim Jordan received 10 notices from the Federal Elections Commission flagging discrepancies on its books, totaling nearly $3 million and dating back over 2 years.
Also, having mentioned briefly earlier about how student athletes are at danger from their coaches, Jim Jordan
Here's an example.
Jim Jordan and his former co-workers should be in jail for a very long time.
For doing nothing. Yeah, for basically not intervening and letting it happen.
Indeed. But he really cares about sports now or something. So.
All right, so this is a report that the Justice Department under the Trump administration, when is this? Basically, there's some talk about whether Mitch McConnell's wife might have been needing to do some investigations.
No.
So
we'll keep
person
an eye
that's married
on that. To the criminally fucking horrific former majority speaker of theirs, now minority, dickhead. She's corrupt.
Yeah.
Are you telling me she's corrupt?
Imagine that.
I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all.
Yeah. This is a good point. Like 1970s, one more lane will fix it. 80s, one more lane will fix it.
Yeah.
90s, 2000, 2010. You want to see what this picture looks like?
Go on then. Oh, for fuck's sake.
So when I tell you about like why we have really poor transportation quality, it's because they have to keep up all of this, all of these roads.
That's madness.
And you can't, right? So someone
you need
underneath,
like a proper mass transit, train, trams type system, because that's not working.
Yeah.
You can't do that forever. Also, can I just point out the thing on the right that says Senator Mitch McConnell fuels speculation about his future? I think it's quite funny that he thinks he has a future. That's just quite sweet in a way.
Where was it? Oh yeah, here is Berlin, Germany.
Yeah.
That's how they did theirs.
Trains.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a proper train system, unlike Britain, if you have a proper train system that works and that people aren't like physically repulsed by the thought of having to use, you can actually cut down on road traffic pretty nicely.
Yep, train lines next to road lines.
Yep.
And yet we can't figure that out. What is up next? Oh yeah, that would. Okay, so this was being circulated. I think it was Chris Evans. All right, this was going on Black Twitter, but around Twitter, and obviously on TikTok. How school administrators in high school when a substitute calls them to a class. All right, you have to tell me how the volume is.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I'll wait. Actually, no, I won't wait. Hush your mouths. Thank you. Now, y'all don't act like this when Miss Moore is here, so I don't understand why y'all acting like this now. But y'all know the main code of conduct at Quarterbrick High. Treat everyone with respect. And what y'all are giving Miss Pretzel is disrespect. Darius, what you whispering about back there, huh? As a matter of fact, since you want to whisper like a yin-yang twin, pack your stuff up. You're coming with me. Pack your stuff up, Darius. I'm only telling you once. Oh, yeah, I'm going to make an example out of you. And Taekwon, Oh, you know I know your mother. Oh, I know her real well. So keep trying it. Anybody else? I didn't think so. Miss Pretzel, please leave this door open. If you have any more problems, call me. My office is around the corner. Let's go, Darius. I'm not...
Those jangling keys.
That's more an American thing, I think. But okay. I appreciate the character work.
Yes. Very well done. Very well done. All right. Oh, yeah. So as the House passes police overhaul legislation, let's have a look at public opinion on key aspects of the bill, including banning chokeholds, setting up database of officers accused of misconduct, changing qualified immunity, requiring police to be trained in nonviolent alternatives. Oh, 71, well, actually more than that, 92 net in favor. Create a federal government database to track officers accused of misconduct, 90. Give civilian oversight boards the power to investigate and discipline officers accused of inappropriate use of force or other misconduct, 75%. Require officers to live in the places they police, 74%. Make it a crime for police to use chokeholds or strangleholds, 74%. The problem isn't Americans, the problem is Republicans and cops and their unions.
Yep.
So the Democrat, when Biden talks about unity, when you got 70% of the American people, 90% of the people in America, that's unity. That's unity. Oh, look at this. Kristi Noem, what do you say? Her Republican governor's coronavirus grant gave $600,000 to her family's ranch.
I am shocked that the woman who's killing off the tiny population of South Dakota already is also financially corrupt. It's breathtaking stuff. Yeah.
Shocking. Oh my gosh, did you see the New York mystery?
I did. There's another apartment in this woman's apartment.
Well, you just ruined it.
Yeah. Well, what you said, did you see it? So I told you that I'd seen it.
Okay, well, yeah. Basically, there's a whole thing, a 4-part thing where she goes through and finds out there's actually
it's actually
another
not that
apartment
exciting, to be honest.
It is well, it's
I
only
was expecting
a minute
like
long. It's 4 minutes in total.
Well, yeah, but I was expecting like a scary thing or a dead body or something, and it's just an empty room. Why didn't they use that room? It seems like...
Well, see, it looks pretty scary to me.
So basically, there's a hole behind the mirror in her bathroom, and she goes through, and there's just another apartment with bags of garbage and stuff in it.
Yeah, like a random toilet.
But wait,
and
why
it's
aren't
in
they
shit
using
shape
this other apartment bit? What's wrong with this? Look, it's got
no
floors.
idea. Well, it's also ripped up. Like, yeah, there's someone who had core. I don't know what that is. There's a lot of exposed walls, so there's no way they'd have to do a lot of work on it. Maybe they just I don't know.
Yeah, but if it's in New York City, that's presumably worth a bit. Probably.
Yeah. I ask the landlord. I don't know.
Maybe I fucking will. I won't. But,
yep. All right. We're gonna. Oh, did you see this?
Yeah, you've gone Ron Johnson heavy on this one.
Well, he is an asshole that I pay a particular attention to. But yes, in lieu of flowers, please make a donation to Ron Johnson's opponent in 2022.
Yeah.
It literally says that here on this line.
Carol Lindeen.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Although 81, not a bad knock at all.
She sounds cool. And of course, I used to live in Madison. But let's see. Carol Lindeen, a longtime Madison resident who died last week at 81, never got directly involved in politics, though her daughter Lorene described her as a political junkie who consumed books on politicians and politics. She was fascinated with it.
Hang on, wait, whoa. You're missing the thing there. Laura Lindeen, so that's the daughter, isn't it? Minneapolis-based writer, professor, and former punk rocker.
Oh, wow.
Said she was always been more outspoken than her mum, whom she described in her obituary as someone with class, grace, and a sharp mind and wit. So, yeah. Cool.
Oh, died under sleep on my birthday.
Wow, you took that to a bad place.
Well, these are things that are true. The QAnon guy says that he's innocent because he stopped people from doing stuff during the attacks.
Oh, you're so going to jail. Well, you were already in jail, but you're so staying in jail.
He stopped Capitol attackers from stealing muffins.
He stopped them stealing muffins.
I'm innocent. He
didn't stop them stealing lecterns and laptops, but he saved the muffins. God damn it! Those muffins are the only thing defending American democracy.
Oh my goodness
He brought
gracious.
chocolate chip justice to the fucking Capitol building that day.
All right, move this over a bit again. What's up next? It's just about like young men in Dublin researching far right topics. Apparently, the next highest name came from Caro in Longford.
Carlo, but never mind. 1 second, I've had noises happened, so I'm going to deal with noises. Hang on. What happened there? Thank you to Dark Donzoni, who gifted a sub to Claydonius. And then they went on a hosting spree. Thank you to Slaughterhotter, Laysargar, and Field Weddle, who all hosted. So thank you.
Nice, thank you.
There we go, full screen. Oh, hang on. Boom.
Tell me when we're back.
We're back.
All right. Well, if this was like a week ago, well, not quite, but we might want to go through this. But the wonderful Stacey Plaskett did a video explaining the reconciliation process. So if you don't understand it, I'll untweet it and retweet it in case you want to watch that. Let's see. Oh yeah, Harris broke the COVID tie, letting it go forward. Right-wing Facebook pages dominated conversations around Equality Act. Yeah. This is the one that they're upset about because it actually provides equality for anybody, regardless of Yeah. So Facebook.
Facebook's basically allowing fascism to grow.
Yes.
Which is odd because it's run by a Jewish guy. Like that doesn't work out for you long term very well. So, Mr. Zuckerbuck.
Yes, Zuckerbucks. Oh, you might want to talk a little bit. Do you remember, this was earlier in the year, wasn't it? When the Eyes of Texas, there was a student protest, right?
Yeah, I vaguely remember it.
Yes, and apparently, like, the university put pressure on the students because a bunch of white donors basically said, I'm going to withdraw my financial support if players don't do what I want.
Yeah.
So, yes. Oh my God, it's so long. So that's it. It's just rich, racist white people, being selfish. And also it's a critique as to how college athletics has become a source of revenue that universities depend on.
Yeah.
To the point where they can be influenced by people who have really no business having a say in what happens in the life of university students today.
Well, I think it goes. There's an issue beyond that as well, of the fact that this earns. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, college sports, especially when you get to the long look. I mean, look at the crowd there, for instance. It's on TV. You get like March Madness in the basketball and stuff. Massive cultural.
All the merch.
Yeah.
All the stuff.
Yeah. And the players receive nothing.
Nope.
Absolutely nothing.
Not a penny.
No,
They can't receive money for it.
Yeah, they can't receive money for it. Now, I think that's fine in its own way because it's not a professional league. But what they should do is mandate a certain percentage of the overall income from the NCAA or from these clubs goes to the NCAA, and allows them to. If you then don't make it into the professional leagues, you get a cut from that when you then have to go into the real world because you earn that money.
Yeah, I don't even think that it should be like if people go into the league for 1 year and get injured and they're done. I mean, I just think like if you've been in for a year, you get a certain amount. If you're in for 4, if you get injured, I think you should be eligible for more. But I think if you do the time, if you're doing, I mean, I'm not going to have a 2-tiered fantasy system here.
Yeah, it would be odd for like, I mean, LeBron James didn't go to college, but you know what I mean? Like one of the big stars who's on like 100 squillion pounds a year.
But not everybody who goes into the majors ends up making it. They might wash out after their first year, or they might get injured.
Indeed.
Might be second string and get injured one day, and so that was my only thought on that. Right. So that's the thing that sucks. Okay, it's a poem for you to kind of. You want to read it out, Kev?
You make an online payment, your order is dispatched, the package gets delivered, your home will now be scratched. Oh, look at the Tuxie boy.
Yeah, Zelda's very cute. Super, super cute. This guy's got, all right, this here says how religion is born. But what he's basically saying here is, okay, so these two circles, they might look the same, but actually one is bigger than the other. Right?
Okay.
So have a look at these circles, and people in the chat can do this too. Have a look at the circles and decide, like, which one you think is bigger. Is blue bigger than red, or red bigger than blue? So I guess B in the chat if you think blue is bigger. R in the chat if you think red is bigger.
Hang on, you can't. No, you can't. I'm not letting other people take control of the put letters in chat bit.
What about
So,
you?
Chat, put R if you want the red, and B if you want the blue.
Kev, you have an opinion?
I think blue is bigger.
Yeah, they're both the same. You're just being told that one is different from the other, and then you accept it. And that is how, bias is born.
Because I assumed you wouldn't lie to me, Kristi.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. I didn't buy it. I was looking at those two are the fucking same. You can't even tell me that. I don't care if I'm wrong. They're the same, and they were the same. But it's just about how we tend to accept things that are handed down to us, whether or not even our eyes deceive us.
Okay,
so if you think two things are equal, and then your entire culture tells you that they're not, you're just going to, even though what you can see right in front of your eyes, you're still going to believe it.
Okay, well, the lesson I've learned is don't trust Kristi.
So this is it. So here, I'll just let him do. I'll do the end of it. Is it going to go now? Of course, it's going to spin because it's freaking.
I don't care. I've lost interest.
All right. Well, that was it. That was the lesson. Is don't believe Kristi.
Don't believe Kristi.
All right. Here we go. The Republican Party in 2 tweets. I'll do the first one. From Tom Norton for Congress. The government cannot take my Goya beans, my Mr. Potato Head. Why are you still playing with Mr. fucking Potato Head? My Dr. Seuss books. These are company, or my AR-15. Come and take it. This is America. I'll eat my green eggs and ham on Christmas in my pickup truck if I want to. Enough cancel culture. So this was I guess in America would be the 3rd of February, 2021.
No, the 2nd of March.
The 2nd of March. Sorry. Yeah, I forget which direction it is. Okay, so the next one's for you, Kevin.
Okay. So the next day, boycott Target. Damn you, cancel culture.
Oh, you're going to get your cock out.
Oh,
Belatedly.
yeah, I could do, yeah. 1 second. I'll get my cock out, obviously. Oh, hang on.
Logan's Amazing Conservatives of Cancel Culture. Cocks and penis.
Yeah, conservatives cancelling stuff while pretending to be against cancel culture.
Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, if your eyes tell you one thing and I'm telling you another, believe yourself. Don't believe me. If I really have a point to make, I'll back it up.
To it.
Yeah, the trick was it doesn't take much to convince people of something that's not true.
And now my faith in you has died, yes.
All right. It's the Democrats could have tried to filibuster, I think, for the entire Trump administration. So just because it's not 60 votes is always going to be needed. It's going to be needed when the Republicans want to filibuster, in which case they will get media coverage that they are filibustering. So just kind of a thing to mention. Germany places far-right AfD party under surveillance for extremism.
Good.
Yep.
Just good.
Mm-hmm. Glenn Greenwald, I consider Tucker Carlson to be a socialist. I know you covered that.
Yeah. That's why the person earlier had their name, Jair Bolsonaro is a socialist. Because I came up with a list of things that were socialist that were really strange. Like squirrels, ham,
A study where found that a city that gave people $500 a month, no strings attached to fight poverty, paid off. People who received $500 a month payment were twice as likely to get a full-time job compared to other residents, researchers said.
Yeah, but they'll just spend it on the
money
local.
To make money.
They'll spend it in the local economy, and then those jobs will be created, which is just not the American way.
Yeah, it's through tax cuts. That's how rich people stay rich.
Yeah.
Google's approach to historically black schools help explain why there are few black engineers in big tech. This one I put aside because I wanted to read it and I didn't have a chance to because it's probably going to be long. But I wanted to flag that as, in case people are interested, go to the Washington Post. Use one of your free articles if you have to. Marco Rubio doing fake outrage that Biden said the word like Neanderthal behavior.
Yeah, I don't think you get to be like okay with grabbing pussy guy and then be like, he said Neanderthal.
Yes. Yeah. Well, he didn't even say Neanderthal. He said Neanderthal thinking, I think is what he said.
Hang on, we've got
So-
cats, so I'm not even interested in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, beautiful, Rory kids. What's going on over here? Look at the camera. There, look at those eyes. Absolutely legendary activity. Yeah. Oh.
I have to wait for the stream to catch up because I can't see when I'm sharing the screen.
Yeah. Oh, he's purring like a little. He's like a fucking motorbike engine.
Aw. That's nice. Kevin disappear again. I can't see his screen. I don't know what he's doing.
He gets up to go out, and so I intercept him, tackle
Got it.
him, and then.
All right. More of an emotional roller coaster. North Dakota expels its anti-mask, anti-vax lawmaker for apparently like sexual harassment. Yeah,
Cool.
this guy.
Good.
This guy.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah, Republicans, the party of destroying family values. A Trump political appointee arrested over alleged participation in the Capitol assault.
Yeah, I don't know whether.
But-
I mean, they have to say alleged, but there's literally pictures of him going through the broken window.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, alleged. Oh, right. In American news, actual adult men are complaining that a children's cartoon bunny who talks and plays basketball isn't hot enough for them to jerk off to.
True.
Like, is this again? Again?
Yeah, the culture war stuff's so fucking pointless and draining. What's the point of any of it? It's such a... Not just that, but the picture that's going round is a pornified version. It's not actually a still from the original shot. She's still pretty flat-chested even in the original.
Some grown-up men are weird.
Yeah. The
Really
quartering has a fan base. Yeah. The straights are not okay.
Yeah. I am also this. I think. I know that Puerto Rico is dichotomous as becomes a state or stays where it is. But So what is this?
So that's really
AOC and Velazquez.
Velasquez.
I do German and French.
Well,
I don't do
That would
Spanish.
to give it its proper title. It would be Ocasio-Cortez Velasquez.
Okay. I'll believe you.
So there.
Anyway,
You
it's
don't
an
watch
alternative
nearly
to
enough
statehood.
baseball, so
No, I don't. No. I was just say I work Puerto Rico. Someone liked Coming to America too. Apparently that's out now on Prime. So,
I don't like
this-
Eddie Murphy. Just annoys me now. Like he's been around too long. Stop.
okay, you want to read this out, Kev?
Knoxville, Tennessee. Whatty? A Knoxville man is spreading awareness for gun safety after he nearly died from accidentally shooting himself. Okay. William Connor, 24, was the victim in the accidental shooting January the 1st in the Walmart parking lot off Clifton Highway. Because of one mistake, my life could have ended, Connor said.
He shot himself in the Walmart parking lot off Clifton Highway.
How? What? Again, there are more questions than answers in this story.
Americans.
Again, the victim. I don't know that's the right phrase to use.
Yes. Yeah. When you shoot yourself, are you actually the perpetrator and the victim, or just the victim of your own ridiculousness?
Well, yeah, you're a victim of biology, I think.
Okay. Apparently, remember the guy who put his feet up on Pelosi's desk and like took a letter from her?
I do. He's a right little shit.
Yeah. Well, on Rachel Maddow, she read out the court transcript of the hearing for him, and he had what people described in the media as a tantrum. And even like, quote, Richard, I am advising you to just stop, unquote, his lawyer advised during the outbreak. I can't play it, but it is on the MSNBC thing if you want to just go click the link and watch the Rachel Maddow thing, but I don't want to tempt fate here. All right. Oh, yes, this is like from Eva. I kind of thought of you because you go on about juggalos.
I
So
do.
fun ways to get fired.
Oh, do you want me to
Number
read it?
one. Yeah.
Okay. 1, get a face tattoo. 2, hire a raccoon. 3, refer to the elevator as your dojo and do karate instead of working.
I think that's the best one.
Practice dark magic. 5, become a juggalo, naturally. 6, tie a rolling chair to 6 interns and make them drag you around like a team of sled dogs. 7, use corporate funds to buy a monster truck. 8, eat the printer. 9, fill a donut box with bees and leave it in the break room. Fucking Christ.
The elevator as your dojo and do karate moves was my favorite. I have to say.
No, you can't go to the ground floor in this dojo.
Hey, federal investigators are examining communications between U.S. lawmakers and Capitol rioters.
Yeah, a lot of twitching bumholes, I think, in Congress right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, Dinesh D'Souza. Did you have this one too?
I have this one too, but we can do it here. Yeah, it's... how is it karma in any fucking way, you dopey shit? You said get woke, go broke, not get woke, earn billions of dollars. Or millions,
here's my reply. What? The company that chose to stop printing the book is profiting off their decision? Isn't that just capitalism?
Yeah.
Like supply and demand? Or people are just reminded of Dr. Seuss? I mean, I don't know, but they're not like karma. We're making a shit ton of money. The printers are making a shit ton of money. Karma. What?
Yeah.
This is a phenomenal stat. So in 2019 to 2020, in week 7 of the flu season, there were almost 175,000 positive cases of flu. This, in 20 to 21, there were less than just about 1,500.
Because all the old people are dead.
No.
It is.
No.
That's why it is. It is.
All right. What's this? Biden's very popular. What's this? Oh, right. I think I've got a better version of this, so we're going to skip it. Okay, here we go. This is, dogs are so cute sometimes. No, it's too wide. Sorry, I'm going to have to keep it mini for everybody. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. It takes a few seconds for them to find the right file, so sorry about that. Skip the ad.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, bless.
Yeah. All right, this is very funny. This is a TikTok. I think someone made like a challenging video, and someone made a response. So here we go.
If you can say Biden, and you can say Clinton, and you can say Pelosi, you can say Trump.
Cheeto.
Say his name.
Cheeto.
Say his name. If you can
I just thought that was kind of funny. All right, is this Fox News flailing at the Capitol, and then the Biden press secretary, Jen, how do you say her last name? Psaki? Yeah. Okay, just not having it. So.
On vaccines, the president has been pretty critical of the prior administration's handling of this pandemic, saying you inherited a mess here. But when it comes to vaccinations, you are following some of the same playbook here. So does the prior administration deserve some credit for laying the groundwork?
Oh,
which ones are we following?
Well,
she's like, which ones are we following?
Well, not just that, but it's literally, what kind of press is this? Shouldn't you really be sucking Donald Trump's dick right now? Like,
I think it's Fox.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. That's not an independent press. That's just propaganda.
Yeah. But I like it. She just challenges her. So like, so what ground plan are we following? Right?
Yeah,
like
because
specifically,
she can't answer because there wasn't a ground plan. So they
So the watch.
They literally can't be following the same plan because there wasn't one.
Yep. So watch how the reporter tries to catch herself.
Well, for instance, former Trump HHS Assistant Secretary Admiral Brett Giroir has said that you're following 99% of the playbook they created on vaccines. He has said that the prior administration deserves more credit here for at least getting the ball rolling on some of these.
I don't think anyone deserves credit when 500,000 people in the country have died of this pandemic. So what our focus is on, and when the president's focus is on when he came into office just over a month ago, was ensuring that we had enough vaccines. We are going to have them now. We had enough vaccinators and we had enough vaccine locations to get this pandemic under control.
Bam. Yeah.
Well, exactly. Yeah. So she said, "What are we doing?" And she gave an obviously partisan quote, which was vague as fuck.
Yeah, they're doing 90% of our ground. What about? Yeah, she can't answer.
That's nothing there.
There's another challenger to Marjorie Taylor Greene for Georgia's 14th congressional district. Cool. He's a veteran, Marcus Flowers. He knows that the odds are against him, but hey, I have to challenge them everywhere, and who knows? Yeah. You might be surprised where voters are in a year and a half. At this point, it's not entirely true, but I think there is some truth to this. America's only seen as more racist than the rest of the world because we have a long and proud tradition of black activists bringing racism to the forefront. But the UK chased the Queen's grandson out of the country for marrying a mixed-race woman. Yeah. There's a lot of undealt with race. So America is a very racist place. But I think right now we are... There is a conversation that is being had, and more people are willing to have conversations about racism. I'm not saying that we're dealing with our racism yet because we don't have reparations and shit like we really need to have. But I think, the UK especially thinks of it, like people think of themselves as not being a racist country when they really, really are.
Mm. Yeah, what was the name of the woman who did the racism workshops all over the world? It's like a famous clip of her, and she does quite aggressive, sort of in your face stuff.
With blue-eyed people and green-eyed people and stuff.
That's the one.
I can't forget her.
Yeah, I forget her name as well, but maybe someone in the chat can remember. There was a fantastic documentary done on that. She came to Britain to do the same thing, and she'd done it all over the world. She'd done it in America, South Africa, Australia. Got quite positive results from the group, and she came to Britain and just found obstinance everywhere she went. People just go, "No, we're not racist." Even though they were doing the same fucking shit. They were just like, no, we're not racist. We just, when the line from Blackadder was said as a joke, but it's basically true. When every other avenue has failed, a pig-headed unwillingness to look facts in the face will see us through. And but that's just basically Britain's approach to the world. Just pretend like the reality isn't there, and we're fine.
Yeah. All right. So Rachel Maddow also did a segment on Chris Murphy's talk on the Senate floor where he took down all the Republican points like, oh, it's too expensive. Well, you voted for, your tax bill, which cost as much, so that wasn't too expensive. And then you're saying this stuff is, it's partisan, but a bunch of people in America support it. So clearly it's the Congress that's the problem here, not the people. And just calling them on shit, just going down the line. So well done, Chris Murphy. Oh yeah, I lost this ages ago, but the Terrier Jack here pointed this out. This was from, the thread with silly Donald Trump Jr., right? And he's got all his guns behind him.
Yeah, they've got sights on his little handguns.
Yes, it's I would pay actual money to see him try to fire a stockless rifle with a long scope.
Yeah, that's for the very, very short-sighted assassin.
Who puts the long scope on a pump-action shotgun?
What the fuck? that gun's basically just point it vaguely in the direction and go.
Yeah, it's spray and go, right? Again, that one will break your hand. So I found it again when I was going through my old ones, and I had to pull it up. What's wrong with you people? Oh, right, yes. This is amazing. This is so good. All right, let me make sure this. All right, you ready for this, Kevin? Did you ever study French?
I did. I was very bad at it.
All right. Well, this will bring you back to your French lessons.
Hold on. Attends. And. Temps. So much. Temps. Time. Temps. Horsefly. Temps. 10. Temps. Wait, your aunt is spending so much of your time. You have so many horseflies in the tent. Attends, t'attends, t'en as autant de temps dans la tente. Hold on.
That's good.
You want to hear the last bit again?
Yeah, that was like the thing I was saying, the fishy fish.
Yes. All right, I think to about there. All right.
Aunt is spending so much of your time. You have so many horseflies in the tent. Attends, t'attends, t'en as autant de temps dans la tente.
Oh, bless.
Oh, that was really, really funny. I found that this is also from like the end of February. I found. Yeah, just a point. I think every black person has been called an N-word from a moving vehicle. Just something I think white people should know.
Yeah.
All right. So Mama Cat's got to like wrangle one of her little kittens.
Oh, I've seen this one before. This is good.
On this side. Yeah.
Oh, Mama Cats.
But, you know.
Kittens are not helpful.
No, there goes another one. She's like, fuck, I'm going to deal with you later. I'm going to get him. I'm going to pop him inside. I'm coming back for you. No, you're not.
Oh, silly kitten.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
What else do I have? Oh, yes. Cat purrs. I don't know if this will come up on the sound or not. I think this is all the way up, so we'll see what happens. Can you hear the purrs or not?
Oh, yeah.
Je comprends que Ben n'ait pas supporté que vous le soupçonniez. Freedom, c'était tout pour lui.
Just kitty purrs.
Yeah.
Somewhere in France or maybe in Canada.
Tom.
So, I had a question for you. Is this what it's like for you when Rory Katz wants your attention during the show? So here we go. You watch. Is that what he's like?
He'll jump up and tap me on the arm. Or bite.
Okay.
Occasionally it'll be a bite. But it's never
Like
like
he'll go
a
to
hard
dunk?
bite. Like he'll just be he'll place his teeth on me.
Like he'll go to dunk on you?
Yeah, basically, yeah. In essence.
Oh, right, yes. This also, I'll just retweet this out now. A black historian talking about medical experiments that were done on black people during slavery. Or experimentation, I should say. I assume it's medical experiments. But, yeah, because white people are racist pieces of shit.
Yeah.
All right, Yeah. Okay, emotional roller coaster again. Really sorry, but you know how Ron Johnson pulled that kind of like, dick move?
He pulled his dick,
where he required, instead of waiving the reading of the bill, he objected, and then they spent 10 hours actually reading every word on every page of the COVID bill.
Yeah, because he's a dick, yeah.
Yeah. Well, then something happened. We can just skip down to, hold on, I'll blow it up because it's a little bit tiny right now. All right, so you can go ahead. Once the bill was finished reading, Republicans left satisfied that the exercise was complete and the hours had ticked by. But a handful of Senate Democrats lingered, and as USA Today noted, they got something they wanted. Go ahead and read that out, Kev.
The Senate was originally set to begin 20 hours of debate on the bill Friday, but at the end of Thursday's session, Senator Chris Van Hollen, motioned for the chamber to reduce the debate time to 3 hours, with no Republican left in the chamber shortly after 2 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday. Van Hollen succeeded. So what does that mean, though?
So instead of if Ron Johnson hadn't bothered with the bill reading, the 20 hours of debate would have started yesterday, but because of the process, they basically end up having less debate because he reduced the amount of time left to 3 hours.
Okay. I'm with you.
And Republicans all left. They went home. So they couldn't object.
Dickheads.
Yeah, so Tammy Baldwin, who was presiding over the Senate, banged the gavel, And they reduced the number of debate hours down to 3, and then they can vote.
Good. Well, if you want to play silly buggers, everyone can do it. If you want to abuse the rules, it's it's fair game.
Yeah. So right. Yes, this is the Patton Oswalt Scott Baio. All right.
Which is the beef of the decade.
Yes. Yes, it is. So, I guess it's a pick. Yeah. Patton Oswalt says, "Oh yikes! I didn't even at this guy. Poor sap searches his name on Twitter. No one dunk on him. This is really depressing. Bugsy Malone is still a great movie, right?" So, anyway, what he had basically said was like, "I'm at the DuPont Circle for the Trump inauguration. I'm here with 4 Proud Boys, their moms, and Scott Baio."
And he said, "Poor Oswald needs 2 prescriptions, one for his TDS and one for his STD. Itch clown." Oh, sick burn, Scott. Sick.
Super sick.
Sick burn.
And I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
So
now we're done with Kristi's.
Those were all my bookmarks.
Those are all her
But
bookmarks.
the French one was amazing, was it not?
Indeed it was.
Ton, 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 ton.
Indeed. Not Flamdar, who I can only assume is Flamdar, with $1.09. It's a very odd selection of numbers tonight. God damn it. But thank you nonetheless. You took your cock out, now you have to say you're Kristi's baby boy. Quality callback.
Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. Who was that in the chat? Was that the Twitch chat or the YouTube chat?
That was a what do you call it thing? Well, I should just share with you, shouldn't I? It was a donation. There we go. Not Flamdar, who I presume is Flamdar. Yeah.
Oh, right, yes.
And you can also send me weird callback things if you want to on streamlabs.com/KFLogan1875.
Yeah.
If you so
He'll
wish.
say anything for money.
I will, apart from racism.
Almost.
And weird D&D stuff. Because, this is not a show for degeneracy. This is a good Christian, healthy show.
Oh, now you're just waving a red flag in front of the bull, like on a Tuesday night. I'm going to show up on your Twitch stream. I'm going to make you read out D&D jokes for $1 a piece.
Oh, well, they do call me the $1 whore, so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
The $1 Devon, right?
Oh, exactly. So anyway, look, the Cat in the Hat, but that's not one of the books that's being withdrawn, so that's literally irrelevant, Donald Trump Jr., you stupid bastard. Also, you might be thinking, what's he covering up there?
Yeah, that's kind of weird how he's holding it.
Very strange how he's holding that. That's, peculiar.
What?
In English and Spanish. So
he didn't want people to know he was reading a book in Spanish.
Yeah, because, Donald Trump Jr. and Donald Trump Jr. I don't know that kid's name. Anyway, teaching that kid to speak both English and Spanish is both a good thing in general and an increasingly important skill in a multilingual America. So why are you hiding that?
Exactly.
Why is that a thing? Like, even if you're racist, surely you would understand, it's the books in English and Spanish. No one's going, so he's co-signing Spain or Mexico or some shit. Like,
bilingual sorcery.
Yeah, it's just so weird. You creepy fuckhead. You creepy bigoted fuck. God almighty. What a shitbag. Honest to God. Anyway, I'll just recenter that for everyone.
By the way, other people in the chat are relating their experiences of being shouted at by people in cars, and people in cars who shout things at other people are shit.
True.
So, sorry you all had to go through that.
Except in the in-betweeners where they shout bus wankers. That is fun.
Bus wankers?
You would have left the country by then, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't know what a bus wanker is.
It's just someone waiting at a bus stop.
Waiters or wankers?
Wankers. It's just a joke from a comedy show. Never mind.
All right.
Fucking kill me. Anyway. Buckingham Palace, the place where the Queen lives.
Yeah.
Which, my fucking expense, the lazy bitch. Anyway, they're examining bullying allegations against Meghan Markle. We talked about this briefly, didn't we, in your bookmarks, how she is a person of colour, and because of that, and the fact that she's foreign, and a divorcee, and a bit Catholic, the British press have been going mental on her and drove her and her husband and their child into exile, in essence.
Basically, yeah.
They now live in America, in, I believe, California, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, It's interesting that they're going to examine bullying allegations. They weren't quite so hot on examining the very, very strong indication and evidence that Prince Andrew, the Queen's son, was a serial child rapist.
Yeah.
That weren't quite so interested in examining those allegations. I wonder what the difference is between the brown woman and the white man. That discrepancy in terms of really getting down to the nitty-gritty of investigation, you know?
Yeah, and I don't want to say here, like, if she did do bullying, then that is rubbish. But if it's the case that she was taking a firm tone that they would not object to in a white royal, but felt bullied because it was a woman of color, because I saw a documentary, like a clip from a documentary where they were talking about Meghan, and she like wants to know who's going to be at things. She wants to know their names. She wants to be briefed. She's like very professional in the way that she handles this. She doesn't just sort of like want to be an empty vessel. She wants to be engaged. And apparently like the staff was rather surprised at like her requiring all this information and doing all this work.
Yeah, you're just supposed to turn up and flash your teeth and tits. You're just you're a piece of furniture. You're not important, brown woman. It's the basic gist of what they're saying.
And you know American women can get their Karen out. Like they can get their inner Karen out
not
at
just
any
that,
time.
but Hollywood actresses not known for their being entirely demure creatures. Let's say.
Yeah. So again, I mean, we'll see what the investigation says, but do I think it's colored by potential racism? Absolutely.
Colored by her color. Yes. Basically.
Well, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's the point. If she's done bullying, that's fucked up. Don't do that. But yeah, I would suggest looking into the pedophile that you have living with you, Your Majesty.
With as much,
might be
with as much attention. Yeah.
But to be fair, that pedophile did come out of her royal vag, so I think that gives him like immunity or something. I think that's how it works.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Oh, look, Ron Johnson for you too, huh?
Yeah, Ron Johnson. And it's just like, what's their obsession with stacks of paper? This is just the weird. Look, the thickness of a $1 bill, $1 trillion, is this much. Yeah.
Who
okay.
cares?
That's
you were fine with it when it was tax relief for your buddies and yourself.
But who? I mean,
when it was your tax bracket.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's a fun piece of mathematics you've got going on there. That's nice. I
Yeah.
don't fucking care. Like no one cares.
Yeah.
What the fuck difference does that make to anything? How many miles high was the tax fucking break your friends got? Would have gone to the moon and back several times, I imagine. Like, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, he wants to go out as like the worse than McCarthy. I think that's the trajectory he wants to be. Insurrection, conspiracy theories, pro-fascism. He kind of wants to top McCarthyism. I think that's his goal.
I think so, but in the annals of Wisconsin history, look, he's not important enough. Like McCarthy's remembered. This fucker will die and be forgotten in no time.
I hope so.
You know, look
that would
at
make
him.
My life better.
Look at him. Fucking loser.
He's already fading into the background.
Exactly. Like, is he even at that lectern? Like, I feel like he's sat down somewhere else already.
It's a hologram.
Exactly. He can't be bothered. That's just the disembodied fucking spirit of evil. Anyway, Dinesh D'Souza getting even weirder with his shit. On Parler says, and this I don't even know how to pass this. I'm just going to read it.
I've already sat here with my jaw dropped.
Yeah, I'm just going to read this entire thing from start to end and see if you can pass what the fuck he's talking about. How the red states are leading the way out of lockdown. Slaves didn't build America and neither did immigrants, so who did? And my wife Debbie joins me to discuss the concept of benign patriarchy. Watch. What? The fuck are you
I guess that's for his show.
But are those different bits of
Topics.
your show? Like, I mean, because you should delineate that, because you ask a question.
It just looks like a run-on
You said,
paragraph.
so who did? And then your next words are, my wife Debbie. Now, I don't think she did build America. I'm not saying she wasn't a part of it. I'm not saying she hasn't contributed to American life. I'm just saying that's a jumble of racist bullshit and sexist
Also,
bullshit. Benign patriarchy nonsense, you know.
Enslaved people did build America, as did immigrants, like as in the White House and the U.S. Capitol.
Yeah, they literally did build America.
Literally. Yeah.
Thank you to the Lone Maverick for following on Twitch, which you can also do at
Welcome.
twitch.tv/KFLogan1875. Yeah. Oh, God. Glenn Beck's weird. I don't know if you knew that, but he's really weird.
I had an inkling.
He's gone culture
heard
war,
rumors.
but he's taken culture war in a very Glenn Beck direction. By the way, that looks like the S from the SS in between the G and the B.
Can I also just say his face right now? I haven't seen. What is it called? In Me or Inside Me? The Disney one where each emotion is like its own little jelly bean.
Yeah.
But he looks like the angry guy right before he just blows up.
Yeah,
and turns all red.
He looks like a John C. Reilly character.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, you know that the gif of him looking weird and confused? That's basically Glenn Beck at this point. Anyway, so did you know that Mr. Potato Head was the only thing keeping freedom in America?
A bit of plastic?
It's true.
Really?
It's true.
Wow.
Well, they say that there's a fine line between... Look, there's a thin red line between tyranny and freedom, and that thin red line is a small plastic potato man.
Go ahead.
They have now banned 6 books from Dr. Seuss.
No,
they haven't.
No, that's not true.
They're just not going to print them anymore.
Yeah.
The company decided this.
They're not banned. They're just not printing
You're a
them.
liar.
All the old, like when they call it a book burning, literally no books have been burned. You can still get those books. That's fine.
Literally, they've not been banned. No. They're probably still in libraries across America right now. Yeah. Probably in schools.
You can
School libraries.
I mean, they're still. I think they said they're ending them at some point this year. So I believe they're still printing them now.
Yes.
So like you can still get them now. They've not been
definitely.
I don't know what he means by the word banned.
They were not banned.
Press released about. Is that what banned means now?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, company decided to stop making something, they're banned.
As with the Mr. Potato Head and the Seuss books and all the rest of it, while there may be some element of like corporate responsibility thing about it, also they know it's great advertising. You can't, you cannot buy the advertise. Literally, me and Kristi would not accept money to advertise these products, and yet we're fucking talking about them. They literally cannot buy this advertisement.
Mm-hmm. Patsy Kensit?
Dr. Seuss.
Anyway.
You can no longer print these 6 books. If I ran a zoo.
No, they chose not to print them.
Yeah, exactly.
They do this with books all the time.
I mean, technically,
books go out of print all the time.
Yeah, technically, you can't print them because you don't own the copyright to them.
Yeah, that's it.
That's true. I mean, that is absolutely
the copyright
true.
holders.
But even then, he's getting to the point where he wrote them long enough ago that it'll be common license anyway soon-ish. Is it a century,
I don't know.
I think?
When were they? But that's still like at least in there, because a lot of it was in the 30s and 40s?
Yeah, so 10, 20 years, you'll be able to print them. If you're really desperate to. Not that this is a storm in a teacup that'll be over next week, so who cares?
Well, unless they decide to extend copyright even more as a favor to Disney.
Maybe.
It's literally
and I think I saw it on mobile.
Right, it's literally called like the Steamboat Willie bill.
Yeah.
Because they extended it so that Disney could protect Steamboat Willie.
Yeah. Well, I like to protect my Steamboat Willie.
I bet you do.
Ew.
Mulberry Street, Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Egg Super, The Cat's
No one
Quizzer.
knows these.
This according to a panel of educators and experts.
What? No.
No, according to the people who own the rights to those books.
Yes,
the company,
the copyright holders.
Was it the estate of whatever his fucking actual name was?
Seuss.
Yes,
Yeah,
but it's his official actual name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's who.
What are you talking about?
Like the reason that the Nazis burning books was bad was not literally that they were burning paper. It's that they were stopping people from being able to access that information. That's the bad element of it, okay? What's happening here is that no one is being banned from accessing the quote-unquote information. It's a fucking Dr. Seuss book, let's not big it up. But the words and pictures therein, you can still do that. They're just not going to print new versions of the book.
Yes, they're still out in circulation. They're not going to your house and taking away your Dr. Seuss books.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
They are banning Dr. Seuss books.
No, they aren't.
How much more do you need to see before all of America wakes up and goes, this is fascism?
No, Your lying is fascism, Glenn. Dr. Seuss not printing books, the state not printing books is fascism? Really? Really, Glenn? If you got to lie on all this stuff in order to make your point, then you don't have a point. You don't have a point.
That's up there with him claiming that Barack Obama's White House was full of Maoists. That's still one of my favourite Glenn Beck lies. That's an old school one from 10 plus years ago.
Oh, at least. Yeah.
This is fascism.
No,
You
it's
don't destroy books.
No one has destroyed a single page of any Dr. Seuss book, you stupid fuck.
I know, this is very Sargon-esque in his creating a fantasy world and then getting mad at things that happen in his brain.
Yeah. Well, that's
As if they were happening in the real world.
That's conservatism in a nutshell. Make up stuff and then get angry about your made-up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And give tax
And
breaks
keep
to
everybody
billionaires.
angry. Yeah, and keep everyone angry and afraid.
Well, exactly, yeah, because then they won't question you giving billionaires tax cuts. Because they're scared about Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, they're not even looking at that.
Yeah, exactly. It's the ultimate kind of bait and switch thing. It's the ultimate. It's like the distraction technique of the magician. Don't look at the actual thing I'm doing where I'm placing the ball under the cup. Look at the shiny thing over here. Ooh.
That is the NRA. That is the anti-abortion movement. That's what they exist to do, is to be a distraction and get people to be single-issue voters so they don't think about anything more complicated than that.
Indeed.
I vote for my gun.
Yeah. I mean, they've been pulling they're coming for your guns for 50 years, and yet you've still
when
got
did
your
they come?
fucking guns. In fact, the only person to pass anti-gun legislation was Trump with the bump stock thing.
Yeah,
and he's
then he
a
rolled it
hero
back,
of the
I think.
NRA?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. The bankrupt NRA? Ha ha ha.
True.
What is wrong with us, America?
Oh, where do I start, Glenn? Where do I fucking start on that list?
Go out and buy those books today. Find out if you can get them.
You can.
Buy Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Because it's the end of an era. It is the end of freedom in America. Where you
reward
are
the companies
to the point to where you better not have that book.
It's the end of
Honestly,
freedom.
Yeah, you have to go reward the companies that are engaged in this behavior to show them that you're standing up against fascism.
Yes.
Yeah, take my money. Take my money. Give me your shit plastic thing that I'll stick on a shelf in a closet somewhere.
Yeah, it's the big thing for the next 2 days. It's a relevant thing again in the culture war.
Yeah.
Dinesh D'Souza.
Oh
yeah, if I hadn't got my cock out already, I would. The National Review, the right-wing rag, removed him from their masthead. Because of his weird conspiratorial, violent nonsense. So that's good.
But PragerU will still put him in videos.
Oh, yeah. Where he describes the guy who's the author of The Conservative Soul as a liberal. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, Colorado, you can do better than this.
Mm-hmm. We can't say the same for the so-called Equality Act, which we all know that's just the Democrats using a play on words. There's nothing about equality in that act. If anything, it's supremacy of gays and lesbians and transvestites. I mean, that's.
No, people are saying she said transvestites. I heard transvestites.
No, I heard tights as well. But yeah, I wasn't listening that closely because I was rolling my eyes so hard.
Because I think that's an amazing thing. A transvestite. It's almost like that's. I want to hear that story. How did that happen? Like that's.
You made her way more interesting than she was.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I have to because otherwise, inside it's primal scream. I'm absolutely losing my shit. But outside, I'm a professional streamer, Kristi. Please.
Well, it's one of those things where if you're so used to others being oppressed, so you have privilege, then equality feels like oppression to you. Yeah. But it's not. It's actually living up to the ideals of the Constitution, which is liberty and justice for all.
And if you're still using transvestites, who are that's such an outdated. Like I was expecting transsexual, which is an outdated and often not very nice term as well. But she went transvestites, which is that's just people dressing up.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't think she is good at Englishing.
Well, no, she's from Colorado.
Is there any state you do like?
Oh, well, no. Basically, all Americans pick on every other state apart from their own state, except when they're talking to people from their own state, and then they pick on their own state harsh, right? And I'm an outsider, so I just pick on all 50. And I'll have a go at Washington, D.C. And Puerto Rico. I don't think I'm not looking in your direction.
All right, it's just good to know that you have like equal contempt for all of us. There's
Oh, no, I do.
favoritism
Yeah,
here.
no, you're American.
There's no tolerance whatsoever.
You're all American. Like, I mean, you can say, "Oh, this state, or the South, or the North, or the Pacific." You know, you're all American. I mean, oof, grim. Anyway, that's from Britain.
Speaking of grim, let's
Although,
move
to be
on
honest,
from grim.
I have my issues with America. I fucking despise Britain. So you know. Anyway.
Yeah, I still think you need to become a escape to Scotland and then work towards Scottish independence.
Possibly so.
Then build your socialist utopia.
Oh yeah, the video was taken down, but that was Rob Rousseau, who's a funny guy, going, maybe you should try building rockets that don't explode, Elon Musk. And then the video of the explosion, which is fun. Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene playing silliness. She once again trying to end all business for the day. This was yesterday in the House. It's 9:30 in the morning. She tried to stop work half an hour into the day.
What? She just doesn't want to like work for her paycheck?
Yeah, exactly.
She wants just
exactly. She wants to live on the public dime and not do any work for it. These fucking
Clearly.
welfare queen types.
Yep.
Outrageous.
Yep. So JBP's back.
JBP, the Lobster Boy Supreme.
Jelly and peanut butter.
Exactly.
Peanut butter jelly time. Jelly peanut butter time.
But the funny thing is here, we don't actually get to see JBP talk here. This is Dave Rubin, who's an old man who can't understand why him being an old man is weird.
Okay.
When you talk about the creative achievement part of this, one of the things I've been thinking about lately is that I don't remember the last time I heard a new musician that I really loved or saw a piece of art that was new that I really loved. You know, it seems so rare because of what's happened with cancel culture that the people that should...
It's got nothing to do with cancel culture, Dave. You're just an old man. That's fine. What? You like your 90s indie music or whatever, and that's super fine. Enjoy.
His oldie station.
Have at ya. But the point is, you're an old man. You don't get it. It's all loud noises, boom, 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 music. Yeah, we know. That doesn't mean it's bad, though. It's just you're a crusty old fuck. Deal with it.
And it also doesn't mean it's cancel culture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's reaching so hard.
Oh no, he's
this.
gone Stretch Armstrong. Yeah.
Yes, across the room.
Should be showing us things are not showing them. What do we do about that? How do we make the artists brave again? How do we make the people who will give us the creative achievement? How do we make them see that star again?
What the fuck? Why are you asking a guy who's a Canadian retired university lecturer
with fucking benzo brain damage
about how to reinvigorate culture to make it as white as you want it to be?
Yeah, if there's one person I would think would be absolutely key at reinvigorating the music industry, I think of weird, pasty old fucking coma survivors like fucking
yeah, he's
JB.
so hip.
Exactly.
He's got his finger on the pulse.
He's
Foo
very.
Fighters just brought out that's a white enough band for him. Foo Fighters just brought out an album, I think, a couple months ago.
Yeah, but they're not new music, are they? Fuck me.
Well, but they brought out a new album.
They were fucking hip when I was at high school, Kristi.
Well, I think when you're talking about new music, okay, he could say like anyone under the age of 30, but he just said like he doesn't hear anything that he likes. Well, there's a lot of stuff out there. Anyway.
True. Also, the Foo Fighters have been putting the same album out for about fucking 10 albums now. It's a good album, it's the same fucking album every time.
You know what you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly. You know? It's going to be some tunes, but it's the same fucking tunes.
Yeah, they're no Radiohead.
Good live, though. If you get a chance, go and see them live. Well, actually, I don't know. They could be fat, old, and shit now, but I saw them and they were good. So, anyway.
Yeah, I would imagine they'd be very good live.
Now, this is just weird. You know they have Kiss Cam at like at basketball games and stuff like that, baseball games.
Yeah,
they've got
sports games.
hand sanitizer cam, and it's weird.
What?
You're jizzing on people. That's jizz. You're jizzing on these fucking people. Oh, you're jizzing on the mascot. That's just like furry porn. Weird.
American marketing is so fucking dumb.
So strange. Fucking weird, man. Oh yeah, this is a strange one. Prosecutors are now investigating Donald Trump, are now looking into one of his weirdest businesses, a New York ice rink that in the year 2021 only accepts payments in cash.
That doesn't just scream out money laundering, does it?
No, you're not trying to wash dirty money there at all. No, that's fine. In the year 2021, when everyone's going, when's cashless coming in completely? Like, can we get rid of all this shit? They're going, no, just cash. Just physical cash, please. Fuck me.
Oh, can I have a 2-minute break?
Yeah, of course you can. Of
All right,
course
well
you
then,
can.
I will BRB.
Good. I'll go back to the pick. Welcome to Nebraska. How are we all, chitty chats? Are we well? I suppose I should do some shilling, shouldn't I? You can subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm Kevin Logan on YouTube. Naturally. You ring the bell button, you rate, comment, subscribe, click the thumbs up button, smash the fuck out of the thumbs up button. You can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/KFLogan1875. Subscribing is free. You do have to pay to subscribe, though, which is where you get the emojis and stuff. Unless you've got an Amazon Prime, in which case you can hook that to your Twitch account for free, and each month you get one free subscription, which you can send to me. You can redistribute Jeff Bezos' wealth into my pockets and into Rory Cat's belly. Not literally, I don't feed him money. I buy food with money, and he eats that. Just in case the animal welfare people are watching. Yes, the social medias are all below as well. If you want to get a super chat in, because there's no fucking way YouTube are going to monetize me ever again, streamlabs.com/KFLogan1875. Streamlabs.com/KFLogan1875. It's in the description below. There's also the Happy Hour Facebook group. Again, link below in the YouTube description, where we post things and stuff.
And I'm back.
There we go. I did my shilling.
Ah, all right.
It's
like once every hour or so.
Yeah. Conservatives going mask off. Breaking news: Chinese court rules homosexuality can be called a mental disorder.
Great.
That's fucked up. Oh look, a repressive government and Republicans agree on something, and then this guy churns up.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Even Nazi Germany got some things right. For example, women were keepers of the home, men were combatants.
Yeah, except when women were in the factories making ammunitions and working outside the home and having to run the home and manage the finances. That time.
And when you say men were combatants, some of them were camp guards.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so mask off. Definitely.
Yeah.
I think I found.
You have to say one thing about the Nazis type of person.
Yeah. Oh,
at least they knew how to keep their women and men in place.
I've shared the screen now. Shut up. Fucking hell. Anyway, I think I found my political
location.
Yeah, my place on the quadrants and all of that. Anarcho-phallicism.
I mean, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can't. It's hard not to say. It's a big one. We already. Yeah, this is quite nice. The story, but also LeBron James pipes up. Stick to sport, which is nice. This is nice. This is an open one for reveal. Oh, you brought a standing desk. Yeah, nice try. There we go. Now Cat's not having fucking any of it.
No, I'll find a lap. I'll find a fucking lap. I'm telling you, and then I'm gonna sit on it or perch on it.
Exactly.
Whatever.
He's like a fucking ibex goat. That cat. I will just climb sheer rock faces to annoy you.
Oh my gosh, they're amazing the way they went up the side of that cliff.
Yeah, mad.
Goats, man.
Yeah, we covered this yesterday. Glenn Greenwald saying, I consider Tucker Carlson to be a socialist.
The fuck?
He said, did you not see this? Oh, okay. Well, we've got the video.
No. I mean, I think I watched part of your show for this, but yeah, let's play it anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, get ready for your...
Kevin... No, Kevin's not on the wrong screen again.
No, you read. No, that's what I said earlier. Because when you went, I went onto the picture, went onto
Got
that,
it.
and then I forgot to
now
go
we're
back,
sorted.
But we're done. Anyway, Glenn Greenwald, a Pulitzer Prize-winning fucking journalist, was involved with Edward Snowden back in the day.
Yeah,
has now completely lost all credibility that he ever had, and he is a bad take machine gun.
I've known this.
Yeah.
It is known to me. I disliked him long before it was cool.
Oh, good. You've been proven correct then, because like I say,
Yeah.
this might be his worst take yet, and that is a fucking high bar.
That's a competitive slot in his life. Yeah.
And I, would describe a lot of people on the right as being socialists. I would consider Steve Bannon to be a socialist. I would consider the 2016 iteration of Donald Trump, the candidate, to be a socialist based on what he was saying. I consider Tucker Carlson to be a socialist. Now you have Governor Cuomo, who wants to give, tens of millions of dollars to Amazon to bring an office to New York. You have AOC, an actual self-identified socialist, standing up and saying...
She is neither a self-identified or actual socialist.
This is outrageous. And then you have Tucker Carlson going on his Fox News program and saying, I agree with her completely, because I think people are realizing that neoliberalism doesn't work. And I think the real right-left...
Glenn. Glenn. You're mistaking populism for socialism. Yeah. Socialism is an economic system. Like populism is a mode of political act, like an organ, like, how do you describe populism? I guess it's kind of like an ideology, but like left wing and right wing populism, there's not that much difference between them in a lot of things. And that doesn't make them socialists.
Well, even then, look, this is just the Nazbol vortex sucking his brain out.
Yeah.
It's just the red-brown nonsense.
Idea. Tucker Carlson's a socialist because he hates Jeff Bezos.
Well, pretends to hate Jeff Bezos.
And he wants Amazon to fail because, Washington Post and Trump and all that virtue signaling.
Well, yeah, but this is the thing. We know he's... again, I think, having used it against Lindsey Graham, it's the same thing. He's addicted to boot leather.
Yeah.
Specifically Rupert Murdoch on this occasion. He's a simp for multi-billionaires and stuff. And he's himself the heir to the Swanson Food multi-millions as well.
Yes, why he carries their water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's not even really a populist.
No, he's actually a class warrior for the bourgeoisie.
Exactly, yeah. But Glenn here is too dumb for words.
Yeah,
genuinely too stupid to even really analyse.
It's so wrong. Just like so many things are wrong. It's hard to break it all down.
Indeed. This is I love some cringe. I love some cringe. Let's do it.
I got something to say to all you Democratic retards. Y'all have not a brain in your fucking head. You can't fucking comprehend common fucking sense. Y'all are stupid as fuck. And you need to understand Trump is gonna win. And you dumbass retarded motherfucking Democrats that can't understand what right and wrong is, y'all are wrong as fuck. And everything y'all say is fake, false, and fucking phony. Republican all the way, bitches.
Wow, he's not a sheep at all, is he?
Yeah, the good thing is they're smokers, so they'll both get cancer.
Also, why are they just standing in a field with a flag?
Because I think that's just where they live, isn't it? Aren't these the mole people of Tennessee?
She decided to walk out in that muddy kind of grass with her wellies on with a flag and then bounce up and down a little bit. Play it again. Play it again.
I got something to say.
Her other arm, what is she doing? She says her other arm is just sort of weakly, staying in place. Oh, it was awful.
Yeah, but like I say, they will get cancer, so, fun times. Also, Trump is coming back in 2021, is he? Okay. I mean, I wonder where Q's moved the date back to, because the date, like as we jokingly referred to,
September now.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just asking.
Oh, sorry, I haven't heard anything yet. I haven't had a chance to check out the boards yet. But yeah, yesterday was the big day, because historically it was March the 4th when the handover took place. And for some reason they think it's still 1821 or whatever. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 1933, I think we said it was. But yeah, like Trump was going to be the 19th president.
Well, yeah, 1930 when it changed to January. But the point is, they think it's
before
right,
then, back in the
but they're just full of shit. So they'll have to come up with a new date when Trump is definitely going to take over. Honest guys, definitely idiots. Oh,
people are baiting the Google moderator in our chat now.
There's nothing Tony I can do about the fucking Google moderation thing.
Tony wrote, "Fuck off Google moderation." #test.
Well, I'm glad that got through. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is really depressing. A queue at a food bank in Britain. I covered that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is quite nice. Not to be outdone by Texas, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis mandates French kissing after every economic transaction to help accelerate the spread of COVID-19.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. Cats are weird. Oh, he did a little squeak.
That is cute. Yes. Aw.
2 cats in a bag.
Aw. That's cute.
That is cute.
Very cute.
Here is a gremlin in a microwave.
And I was running far away. Would I run off the world someday? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And I was dancing in the rain. I felt alive and I can't complain. But no, take me home. Take me home where I belong.
Oh.
And
I know food comes out of here. Make it come out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, look, you have a little bit of a fight with your favourite toy, and then gravity decides to intervene. Oh, bless.
Best is a towel going down too.
Yeah. We said that investigations into members of Congress for their role in the insurrection.
Whoop whoop.
The first Trump appointee, Freddie Klein.
Oh, that's who he was.
Trump 2016 campaign. Landed a special assistant role at State. The State Department.
This is good.
Fred's politics run a little hot, his mother said.
Shut up, Mom.
Yeah, you're not helping, Mrs. Klein. You're not helping. Now,
character witness.
Indeed. Did you know, Kristi, there is a spectre haunting Europe?
Yeah. I mean, I had heard that phrase before.
It's the spectre of ethno-communism.
What? Woke anti-racism means James Lindsay is a fool.
Yeah.
He's not a cultural phenomenon. He's a cultural embarrassment.
Yeah. Woke anti-racism means ethno-communism.
If you want to tick off some Lindsay stands, just ask him for his list of published articles in peer-reviewed academic journals that he didn't fake.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's such a great thinker. I'm like, he has a website. Like, he's not making intellectual contributions. If he wanted to make intellectual contributions and stand up to peer scrutiny, he'd submit something.
Yeah, no, he's just a moron. But I want to know, what the fuck is ethno-communism?
Again, it's just like they put words together and they try to make it happen.
Well, this is basically a rebranding of people who've been involved in anti-racism will know the phrase, anti-racism is code for anti-white. It's a famous old famous old pro-racism saying by fascists and stuff. And he's basically done that. Like, woke anti-racism, so just anti-racism, means ethno-communism, which I can only assume means replace all the white people with vaguely brown people.
Well, again, it sounds like the same thing. What was that Dinesh D'Souza video at Prager trying to push? The social identity communism
identity socialism.
Yes,
which is a rebranding of cultural Marxism. Yes.
Yeah, which I think is also another version of ethno-communism. They're all the things I hate because they make people question unjustified hierarchies.
Yeah, indeed. But I think my favourite bit, like I say, apart from I covered it on yesterday's show, the end of yesterday's show. So if you want to see my take on that video, it's there. My two favourite bits, he calls and what's his name again, Kristi? I forgot.
Sullivan.
Andrew Sullivan. Thank you. A liberal. Even though I remember reading back when I was at a university back in the day, you understand. His book, Conservative Soul. I didn't need to. It wasn't required reading. I just read it because I was a voracious reader back in the day. And it was awful. It was really awful. And he was basically like, I'm a conservative. Thatcher's awesome. Reagan, yay. And he's a liberal, apparently. So that's good.
The pro-Thatcherite liberal.
Dinesh is just wrong. And my favourite bit is when he says that college campuses have become like, what was it, like socialist communes.
Yeah, they hate universities. I mean, this is another theme of reactionaries, is they despise universities and will say anything about them, because they do think of them as a real threat to their power.
Indeed. And thank you to gay actor Michael Douglas for following on Twitch. Okay. Yes. So that's, James Lindsay's an idiot. But on a good note, this is amazing. A decade ago, Sakai Kato stayed behind to rescue cats abandoned by neighbours who fled the radiation clouds belching from the nearby Fukushima nuclear plant.
Yeah.
And he hasn't left ever since. He's got a cat colony, basically, which is pretty dope.
Wow. Yeah.
Good for that dude. Look how absolutely cozy this motherfucker is. That cat could not be any cozier.
And the cat's name is Bilbo.
There's another one. Yeah.
Just splayed out.
Yeah.
I sleep where I want.
Exactly. No, he went out, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, this kid got leg cancer.
What?
Oh, it's a shame.
Oh,
R.I.P. R.I.P. Yeah, that's a tattoo this, I think, child got of Boris Johnson on his leg.
He's going to live to regret that,
to be fair, it's not as a piece of art, it does look quite a lot, like you can tell who that is. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, but you can just see how you can, like, push the thigh skin together to, like, warp his face.
Oh, yeah, well, that's the problem with face tattoos in general, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, why? That's really bad, man.
That's going to be so expensive to get that taken off.
No person is ever going to suck your dick.
Hey,
they're going to get down there and they're going to go, I've changed my mind.
Or just keep your trousers like up as much as you can.
Exactly,
cover it up. Yeah. But conservatism is the new punk rock, Kev. So
it is. It absolutely is, Kristi. Thank you for bringing that point up. Oh yeah, the British press. If you wonder why the Tories are a million points ahead in the polls, it's because the British press are basically their spokespeople. This is the BBC, the supposedly neutral arbiter of news in Britain.
Yep.
For those asking, the BBC flagship breakfast shows refuse to take a member of the shadow cabinet, so that's the Labour Party, to talk about the NHS pay cuts this morning, despite having a government minister on.
Normally they would have the shadow minister on.
You would have,
and
both.
Ask them.
So you've got both sides of the political discussion. No, they just decided to be a news outlet for the government, which is deeply depressing. Hello, the traffic of Cologne. I have missed you dearly.
Yep.
This is quite something, right? Megyn Kelly puts this out, right? This image with the...
What?
Yeah, so it's the WAP thing with Dr. Seuss, the Cat in the Hat, and the Muppets, because the cancel culture or something. Anyway, imagine living in a nation where Cardi B's Wet Ass Pussy song wins Song of the Year and then the Cat in the Hat is deemed too much, right? We covered that, which someone else summed it up quite nicely with pussy is good, racism is bad, which is true. And then someone said, let's remove the text and it just have one of the greatest movie posters of all time. True. Very true. Anyway, so that's a thing. Yeah, here he is. Funny. Here's the Trump dude, literally busting in past police guards and shit. Fuck,
you're so busted.
Yeah, you're in a lot of trouble, my friend. This is
Trump.
Yeah, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki says Trump's YouTube channel will remain suspended due to risk of incitement of violence.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, you can't
They
argue
saw what
with that.
happened.
Indeed. I call this the duality of cat. Fighty bitey, cute as fuck. Those are the two vibes you get from cats. Yeah. Just Dinesh D'Souza. What happened to get Broco broke? And then I think I swore at him, which is unlike me. This is very, very horrible. Anyway.
All right.
So
content alert.
Yeah, content alert. This is the quartering. So creepy.
Sia Sprinkle Run posted yesterday. Allow messages to my Facebook page again. Question my life choices immediately. Came for cosplay inspiration and left only with an erection. Okay. Hey, I mean, if a guy tells me that he came and looked at my pictures and it gave him an erection, I'm like, sweet, I appreciate giving you boners. It's basically the same thing as physical rape, everyone, just so you know. Here we go. Brian, white knighting. Okay. Ferret approved. Again, another white knight. Makes me lose faith. I know this dude. He is he's one of the ultimate cucks. In my experience, it's a huge problem in the MTG community, again, with this cuck. Here we go. Victor Puente, cuckold. Why are people so fucking terrible? This dude's a cuck. I mean, it is like an all-you-can cuck buffet. This is legit why I'm scared to...
Anyway, so creepy motherfucker, that's the basic point. But then it gets worse, because... Right, so... Count Dankula, real name Marcus Meakin, he's a real human being who has a partner, and she is pregnant.
Oh, no.
Congratulations to them both.
Yeah, I mean, all the wishes for a safe baby, but I feel sorry with who your daddy is.
Well,
you're going to have daddy issues.
But they did, naturally, a gender reveal, and it's going to be a lady person. So naturally,
of course,
heterosexual, the quartering, real name, Jeremy Hambley. Congrats, buddy. Start the clock, boys. And it gets worse. Oh, it gets worse.
How can it get worse?
Congratulations on the new daughter, Count Dankula, and then puts this, the age of consent.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with him?
This child has not even been born. He's sexualizing a fetus?
What the hell is wrong with you, quartering?
And also,
honestly,
just a brief geographic note as well, he doesn't live in England and Wales, so the law will be different in Scotland. I think it's still 16, but that's not the law that applies to him here. But even so, you're sexualizing a fetus. That you've managed to take pedophilia and make it worse.
Yes. He's so gross. Just repulsive.
Ooh. Wowza.
Yeah.
That is quite something. I don't know how. Yeah. Anyway, this is just a bit cringe.
In order to open these doors, we do not say open sesame. We say open Biden. That's our magic word. Open Biden.
What? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know.
That's so weird. That's very strange, Nancy.
Yeah.
Please don't do that again. Fucking Christ.
Yeah, whoever said to try that, tell them to not suggest things. Don't blue sky with them anymore.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, fascism's a death cult. But not Bolsonaro to Brazilians. Stop whining about the COVID-19 deaths.
People are gonna die. Deal with it. Wow.
Is that populism? Is that disenfranchised Rust Belt voter thing again? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about anyone but them.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson is a very strange man. He says, the people in charge are cancelling suits to eliminate a very specific kind of mid-century American culture, a culture that championed meritocracy and colourblindness and the superiority of individual achievement.
They didn't, they banned 6 books I didn't even recognize, except for maybe it happened on Mulberry Street.
Yeah.
Not all, again, the frothing of the mouth at the mouth of this.
Well,
is...
Anyway, Cody explains. The book Tucker is lauding and lamenting the cancellation of is The Sneetches,
exactly.
a book that is still available and completely unrelated to the, quote, cancelled material in question, a purposefully third-grade understanding of an issue presented to angry 60-year-olds.
Yeah, lies. Again, they have to lie.
They do.
They have to make it. Well, they can't talk about the COVID bill, right?
Yeah.
And they can't talk about popular support for that.
And they're definitely not going to talk about the fucking January 6th investigations.
No. Those patriots, you mean?
No. Also, is this part of the socialisms, Glenn? Mr. Greenwald, hello? Is this socialism?
Yeah. Here's your socialism.
Yeah. Fascism is a death cult. That's just.
What is that?
It's a
What is
face
it?
and
It's
two
fur.
arms, and then just a mass
Fur.
of fluff. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing.
Aww.
The replies to the Dr. Seuss thing from Dinesh D'Souza are very funny.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I've never been a fan of Dr. Seuss books, but I am now. What? Because you know that there's some racism in there? Okay, that's very strange. Anything they try to ban is going to grow in popularity. They just don't understand free will.
Look at her ratio, though.
I know, that's pretty. 105 comments to 8 likes. Oof. Ooh. Actually, every single person in this thread gets ratioed. If you believe in democracy, this is what people are saying. They are putting money on it and rejecting wokeness. You're giving money to the people doing the wokeness. What do you mean they reject? Do you know what the word rejecting or democracy mean?
It's like a cancel culture fail.
Yeah.
It's like they saw the headlines, but they didn't read the article, and they believe Glenn Beck, and so now they're throwing money. They're rewarding people who are doing the supposed canceling.
Yeah.
I can't. How do we manage to survive this long as a species?
Don't know, but I can't imagine we've got long left. Let's be honest, we're on fucking borrowed time with these people. Good Lord.
And also because the Gulf Stream might be completely fucked up, and that's really going to ruin things
bring
quick.
on the merciful release of Oblivion.
Yeah, well, eventually.
Yeah. Helena pipes up with a beautiful comment, really poetic. Why is it so difficult to do justice in the United States? I sincerely believed that corruption in Mexico was brutal, but I have realised that in the United States it is even greater. Ironic? Ironic?
I don't understand a thing, so I'm going to compare it to something that is even less appropriate, and then go ironic.
Yeah, that I don't know that you and I are working off the same hymn sheet in terms of what the word ironic means.
No, maybe she learned it from Alanis Morissette.
But exactly,
things that suck are ironic.
10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife.
Yeah.
Firstly, it depends
Not
on
ironic.
it depends what you need. As the great what's his fucking name, comedian chap. Anyway, pointed out. If you were opening a can of paint, a spoon would work perfectly well as a knife. So, also,
it sounds like Stuart Lee.
It's not ironic. It's just unfortunate.
Yes.
Just an unfortunate event. You know.
Just a thing that sucks.
Yeah.
Like rain on your wedding day. Not ironic.
Not ironic.
It's just weather.
Just shit. Yeah.
Just weather. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Look at the eyes on these two absolute stunners.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
Wow! Whoa!
Like satsumas in their heads.
Yeah.
And there's some sniffing going on, and then, ah,
I like it when they chatter like that.
yeah. Roricats does that to the pigeons.
Yeah.
But only because he knows there's a pane of glass between them, because those pigeons would beat the shit out of him. Is a cat in a hat made out of its own fur.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
Look at that.
I actually love that look.
That is,
I do.
That is stylish. He's pulling that is pulled together. That is nice. That's the advantage of making it out of your own fur. You're never going to colour clash.
I know, that's it, right? Like, I was just thinking, so I was supposed to go spend like 6 weeks in Dundee, and the friend I was going to stay with during the scholar visit has 2 cats. I was like, oh, I could do that to Artemis and Calypso.
Yeah. To be honest, that's the most fun you can have in Dundee. So.
Yeah, I guess the question is like how you shape it. I'm very intrigued now. How you make a cat for a hat.
You mean a hat for a cat?
A hat for a cat. Hat for a cat.
Yes. Anyway, this cat has its own desk.
Yeah, see? Then he can stare at the laptop too.
Yeah, but the thing is, to be ironic about it, a human should go and lie on it.
Yeah, slide in front of it so it can't work.
Yeah, just work. Yeah, a human should go and lie on the cat's lap and
Yeah,
bat all
or
of
put
its stuff off the table.
Knock off.
See how you like it, you furry prick. Yeah, it's fucking annoying, isn't it?
I like how they have the hang in there kitty.
Yeah, that's true. That's nice. Anyway, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
So
that's the show, folks.
that is the show. I hope you enjoyed
Until Sunday.
it. I don't really care, but I hope you did. No, I'm only joking. I do care. I care too much.
Kevin's gonna visit me on Sunday.
Not literally.
Well, in my hangout. Yeah.
Yeah. We're on Sunday. We're talking about Danzig Sings Big or something.
That was it.
Yeah,
No, we're not.
Danzig Sings Big.
Yeah.
No, are we talking
Well,
about?
no.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what we're talking about. Something about Poland history or something.
Yes, I guess I'm going to kind of leave it for the person who's like going to tell us the story, and then my expectation is that you will at various points jump in to kind of elaborate on things or.
Well,
bring a little
I
side
think you're
story.
expecting quite a bit there.
Yeah, because you don't interrupt people at all.
No, you're expecting me to know stuff about Polish history or something.
Well, it's about the Nazis and stuff.
I know
So
about
you might have-
Nazis. That again, they call me the Nazi whisperer. They don't call
Really?
me that.
No.
Although I have whispered at Nazis, so.
So who are you going to kick people over to on Twitch on a Friday night?
Well, you say on a Friday night like Friday means anything anymore. This is a fucking COVID Friday night, which means nothing. These people got
Well-
nothing better to do. Fuck me.
More, again, we're all stuck indoors, so Friday night might be a popular streaming night. I don't know what Twitch is like.
Neither do I. I'm gonna fucking clue. Should we go with Lumi? Actually, no. We'll check
go
who's
do whatever
actually.
you want.
Well, thank you. Yes, thank you for that permission. I appreciate that greatly. Who's actually live? Is there anyone cool live? Anna's pretty dope, actually. I'll kick you over to Anna. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. She's probably playing video games or some shit. I know she's looking at the vegan teacher. Okay, so we'll do that. Sorry, I'm just chattering now.
That's all right. People are trying to still trying to piss off Google in the chat, so I don't even
Leave
know if they're paying
Google alone.
attention. All kinds of Google comments.
Anyway, so go and enjoy Anna's shit. Enjoy Anna's content, and I'll be back Sunday with
me.
Kristi, but I might well be back at tomorrow or tonight
Yeah,
or
probably.
something, because the cricket's not going well. That'll probably be over tonight, so fuck me sideways. Anyway, yes, thank you all for listening and watching. It's been emotional. Goodbye.